play some games. What's up, Lost Hylian? Yeah, I missed him as well. I'm in the mood to just yap and chill, but we should play some games. Montreal is more east. Oh, so you're back. We're gonna have to adjust our clock for daylights, I think. It's November 28th, 2025 at 9:18 a.m. Gonna get started. Yeah, dude. Hey, who are you anyways, Hylian? Wow, I didn't even recognize you, Hylian. Actually, I totally forgot about you, as he smiles. No big deal. Anyways, I'm gonna get things ready, so keep your pants on. Too late? Yo, what's up, Nugs? Yo, NLB Palmer's in the building. All right, so let's go ahead and quickly do. Let's go ahead and quickly do a recap of what this all is. So Integrity was asking a little bit about what this all is. So first off, welcome in, Raiders. How we feeling? So this, everybody, you are tuned into Animal Crossing Deluxe Edition. This is a fan-made mod by the one and only Cuyler, a legend, who took it upon himself to create a really cool experience in Animal Crossing GameCube. While I think it's in the middle of it's completed, but also not. It's kind of a project that could forever be worked on. There's always bugs to be fixed. There's always new improvements to be added, but it's in a really solid state and it's functioning really well, and it's totally playable the way it is right now. And to give you a quick glimpse of what it is, it's basically Animal Crossing GameCube with the inclusion of all of the other games around its content. Let me explain. If you didn't know, Animal Crossing GameCube actually has like 5 versions. There was the version for N64 in Japan. Then there was the version in America on GameCube and in Europe. That's this one. Then they liked it so much they made another version for GameCube in Japan only. Then there was a Chinese version on the Chinese IQ, it was called, as well. There's like 4 or 5 versions of this game, and all of them have like subtly different content. While it's the same game, there's a bit of different content for each of these versions of this same experience. And this mod developer, this fan game developer, Cuyler, took all of those differences and put them into one game. So there's clothing from all 4 or 5 versions. There's furniture from all 4 or 5 versions. There's villagers from all 4 or 5 versions, all in one definitive edition. And that's what I call this. This, my friends, is Animal Crossing Population Growing, the definitive edition. And it's really, really cool. There's even some content from Wild World and future Animal Crossing titles that he managed to get. Some of their wallpapers and floorings and clothing and stuff was also planned and or is already implemented as well. So it's a really cool experience. But the thing I want to make clear is during this whole process, the developer never messed up the true experience. It's still super true to the core values of the game. It never lost its charm. The core mechanics are not changed. The charm is still there, and it's really well put together. Now that that's out of the way, Integrity asked, is this as easy as loading up a Stardew mod? Yeah, basically. Now, all the information on how to play this is in a link in the chat right there, right under your last message, Integrity. And you join the Discord for the Animal Crossing modding, and then you'll find a section in the Discord for this game. And from there, all you have to do is download the Dolphin emulator. You have to get a copy of Animal Crossing GameCube, but it does have to be a specific copy because there's different versions out there. Once you get the specific type of file and the Dolphin emulator installed, which is all free, well, the Dolphin emulator is. From there, you just have to go to the Discord and you have to run this patcher. You take the copy of the game and you patch it with all of this content, and then you load it up just like normal, just like you're loading up the regular game. So if you're acquainted with emulation, this is really easy to set up. If you've never emulated before, it's maybe a little bit on the tougher side. Now, fun fact, I released a video on how to help you set this up. It's an unreleased YouTube video. It's unlisted, which means you do have to reach out to me in private and I'll send it to you. But you'll also find it under the subscriber section of our Discord. And I can link it in the chat right now as well. I forgot that I actually had access to it right here. So I have a subscribers lounge and I threw it in there. So this link right here will give you a quick guide on how to set up AC/GC Deluxe if you need help setting it up. So again, it's an unlisted YouTube video because it's just for all of you. It's not something that I was doing for the public. So, and yeah, there you go. Welcome to Animal Crossing Deluxe Edition. Now we have an established save file that we've been working on for quite a while. And we haven't logged in for a couple weeks, so we're gonna go and say hi to our villagers. First off, we have Tangy. We have Poco. Wait, who's Poco? New villager? Camo Frog, Peanut, Blair, Peaches, Tasha, Margie, Rex, Robin, Gonzo, Tabby, Tad, Hazel, and Derwin. So Poco moved in. We gotta go see who Poco is. We gotta go see who Poco is. Hold on a second here. All right. Getting my fossils, yada, yada, yada. Wait, is this for the sale that I missed? Yeah, we can get rid of this. Poco's a jock cub. Poco's a jock cub, huh? Why'd you make it private? Well, I just made it an unlisted video because it wasn't meant to be a regular video. I was just making a super quick guide for my community to help them set up Animal Crossing Deluxe. I wasn't making a YouTube video to help strangers. Does that make sense? Because there's a big difference. You know, I'm not going to just release something on my YouTube to the public that's me sitting like in my room after stream, casually going over how to set up Animal Crossing Deluxe Edition. Does that make sense? Like, it wasn't scripted. It wasn't like real content. It was just me sitting in my room saying, here, dude, this is how this works. And then I was just helping the chat out. Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't meant to be like a public thing. I basically got requested to do it. Like, the chat was like, hey, I could use some help. And I was like, do you want me to make a quick video to just kind of help you out? And people were like, yeah, dude, that would be nice. So I just did it on the fly. Yeah. I struggled hard to set up Deluxe, and I struggle bus every time I update, so I'm going to utilize that. Yeah, no problem. It's been in the subscribers lounge for a little while, and I've had that video available for like a couple since we got into Deluxe Edition. So I'm really sorry that you didn't know it existed. And that's kind of why you were probably asking why you made it public or why it was private. Yeah, dude, I didn't think about the fact that maybe others were looking for that help and didn't know that I had a little tip video out there, dude. Yeah, that makes me sad that you struggled, man. That's okay. Hey, man, listen, Turi, you and anybody else can always reach out to me in the Tech Talk and Help channel. And I'll always help y'all out no matter what I'm doing, what time it is. Just reach out to me, man, please. That goes to anybody. If you guys need help with something, that's why we have our Discord. I'll gladly help. Okay, Midge left. I know this is sudden, but I had to leave the village. I don't know where I'm headed, but don't worry. I'll get by somehow. Thanks for all you've done for me. Farewell. Why are they always so over dramatic when they leave? They're always so over dramatic when they leave. I have to go. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going. It's like, calm down. All right, let's go save these letters. Now, did I miss something in the chat here about a birthday? So are we putting birthday love in the chat for Oz? Yeah, I am taking tomorrow off. I am taking tomorrow off. Can we get some birthday love in the chat for Oz, dude? What's up, man? Happy birthday. I'm so technically challenged, it's ridiculous. Oh, dude, that's so fine. Yeah. Listen, man. Here, dude, this is it. Super Saiyan Turi. Do you feel, and this goes to anybody. Feel free to watch that video that I linked. I'll link it again. And then feel free to watch this little tip guide on setting up Deluxe Edition in your free time, and watch it and then tell me if it's worthy of being a public YouTube video. And you can leave a comment on the video if you want. You don't even have to tell me in chat. Like, you can leave a comment and say, make this public. And if enough people say that, then I'll go ahead and make it a public video. Yeah, because maybe it should have been public. Maybe I shouldn't be so afraid of my casual on-the-fly content. I'm like not a bad speaker and stuff. Like, not everything I do needs to be scripted, you know? I need help figuring out whether I can traverse the fourth dimension using a gravitational pull model. Well, probably not, because our understanding of the fourth dimension and multiple dimensions around us really has a lot to do with the time-space conversation, and really, you know, our most recent understanding of time and space is like how it's bent and kind of curved and almost potentially represents or resembles like a wormhole, which is like something that what has been talked about over years and years in science. And while it could maybe potentially be like possible to go to a different dimension, in all reality, it's probably something that we couldn't even comprehend or understand as humans, because you have to think about the old school philosophy of like, you can't, as a three-dimensional being, we can't go into the, like, we aren't capable of going into the fourth dimension. It's like asking somebody in Flatland to come to 3D. Like, it doesn't really work that way because they're stuck in Flatland. They're stuck in 2D. So like, they can't even comprehend 3D. They can't comprehend that there's an up and a down, not just a left and a right. So I unfortunately don't think I can help you traverse to the fourth dimension. And I don't think the gravitational pull model is as relevant as it once was, because we have a better understanding of time and space, not only through extensive research, which currently it's all about dark matter and dark energy and all the stuff that fills the void in space. And we're currently looking for the graviton, or a gravity molecule. We can't find it. We haven't found it, but we're convinced it's probably out there. And if we can figure out if there's a molecule for gravity, then we could probably start having conversations about breaking through the time-space continuum, if more so. But I think our current understanding of science is like, we don't know if we even have the mental capabilities of stepping out of our current dimension, because we don't think that's how dimensional travel would work. But we really don't know, because humans aren't that far and that advanced. Please, I beg. What, dude? I watch YouTube videos about this all the time, dude. What, dude? I am obsessed. I read books about this. I am obsessed with space, dude. What? I got asked the question. I just wanted to answer, man. I just wanted to answer, dude. What, man? What, dude? What's up, Meg? Yo, listen, Meg, if you stuck around after that, you probably belong here. So good morning and welcome to the show today. How are you, man? 31/Atlas would like to have a word with you. Yes, dude. Yes, dude. Is it 313i? I don't know. Yeah, I've been looking into the Atlas stuff, and we're trying to figure out Yeah, dude, there's a lot of really, really cool stuff going on in space right now because our technology is getting so much better. So we're starting to really see into areas of space that we've never, ever been able to see into before. And because of certain technologies that have been coming out, we're starting to really be able to scan the sky in a way we've never been able to. And this is all kind of recent. And over this next decade, we might, even 5 years, we might really start to be able to have like a way crazier understanding. Like, let me just say this and then I'll move on. There's been discoveries recently that have led us to question everything we know about how the universe works right now. Like, that's how heavy this is. Like, we found some stuff out recently where it showed us that the universe is older than we think it is. And our understanding of the universe for the longest time was that it was a certain age. And now we recently stumbled into, we might be wrong. We might actually know nothing about the universe. And these recent findings are making us all realize, like, wait a second. If this information is correct and if we can confirm it, our model of the universe and how old it is and like how it all functions might have literally just got thrown in the garbage can over the past like 5 years. Like, we are like hitting like a monumental breakthrough of like, wait, we have no idea how this works. But like, we still need more testing and more data and stuff to really start to throw away, you know, years of our older scientific understanding. So it's really crazy. Like, we're actually on the forefront of some really interesting stuff right now. And I think over the next couple of years, you might hear about it in the public. It's just not quite public because not everyone cares, you know? Yo, what up, Jordan Afternoon? But anyways, Animal Crossing. And this is the Friday show. Okay, here we go. Operation Derail a success. It's kind of hard to derail somebody who was never on the rails in the first place. But thank you for attempting to take any kind of ownership of anything I do during my stream. Good to see you, Meg. I hope you're feeling good. So do you think there are other Earth-like planets with humanoid populations? Yeah, probably, but actually, like, so like, again, I could go into this so much further, but my personal opinion is like, yes, there's life in the universe, but the chance of intelligent life is so low, it's really hard to say yes. Because that's where we think the problem is that there's probably something that stops most life from ever going intelligent. And if we can figure out why, then it'll help us better. But I think I believe in that theory that there is like an event or there's something that's really hard for life to cross, a barrier for life to cross that becomes intelligent. It's a really hard barrier to cross, and we might actually be a very phenomenon species. Like, our ability to go into intelligence the way that we understand it might actually be as rare as it sounds, which is unfortunate to feel that way, because then like you start to, oh, so we're special, and it's like, no, it's not that. There's probably been multiple attempts in the universe for life to form and create and do things. And the problem is the universe is so old, we don't know, like, life could show up and it get extinguished in just a couple 100 million years, a couple 100 billion years. So if that's happening, then it's hard for us to say. It's like, if life is just showing up and then dissolving over time, then what's causing that dissolve? And then if that's not happening, then what's stopping life from going intelligent? So there must be some kind of event that occurred on Earth that made it to where we were able to be created. And that event that occurred, that scientific event, that soup of molecules and stuff, and the perfect storm might be the biggest thing stopping other life from showing up. But what I'm trying to say is that I do believe that there is life on other planets, but it's probably just like moss. It's probably just like moss. Like there is probably life on other planets right now, but it's probably like literally just like moss. It's like some weird goop that's just like swimming around in like some goofy chemical water, and like it's not like life as we are hoping. It's not like aliens talking to us. It's just like just life. You know, so like, yeah, like I think there is life on other planets. I just don't think that, I think that the chance of intelligent life is a lot lower, probably, from everything I understand about this whole conversation. My personal opinion is, yeah, it's probably really hard for life to show up because of everything I just said and stuff that I omitted. But all right, let's go meet Paco. I was gonna ask, was it easy to talk about gaming news constantly when you ran news on your show, or was it more trouble than it was worth to keep up with? It was super easy to talk about gaming news. It was just a lot of work to Dang it, did she not give you my greeting? Dang it, she might not have greeted me. We might not be best friends anymore. It's been 7 weeks, you know. What have you been doing all this time? Hey, do you want something or what? Are there a lot of different kinds of fishes in Hyrule River? How many different kinds of do you think there are, Hylian? A million? A bazillion? 10? It's been bothering me for so long I can't even sleep. Maybe that's an exaggeration. I'm not like obsessed. Anyways, if you catch any peculiar fish, can you bring them to me? Please. Okay. Yeah, I know what the Fermi paradox is. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm hip. I just bought this game from a flea market. Nice, dude. Flower with power. Do you have a GameCube to play it on? ACGC does something to my brain chemistry every time. Yeah, this game is perfect. Nice, you'll be playing it on a Wii. As a science person, I agree with what you said. I need to say that, going back to Lurk. Oh, thank you, Beth Chu. Appreciate you jumping in and saying that. It's cool to hear from another scientist in the chat, you know, self-proclaimed scientist here. Yeah, no, I for real spend a lot of time talking about, like, thinking about this stuff and like critically thinking about the universe and then doing research on current studies. Now, obviously I'm not as intelligent as like, I'm not like educated in a lot of the sciences, and like, so for me it's a lot of like homebrew and just, I keep myself in a very humble level. Like I absorb knowledge so that I know what I don't know. So it's not like I think that watching a YouTube video is teaching me the understanding. That's not what it's doing. It's just helping me know what I don't know so that I can make better conclusions and come to better conclusions through my own well of knowledge. You know, I don't try to pretend like I know more than I know. I just know enough to know I don't know anything. And then I just find these really interesting articles and like research papers, and there's a couple real like trustworthy people like Neil deGrasse Tyson out there who loves and pursues truth, and he just wants to put knowledge out there. So I watch a lot of Star Talk and stuff like that, and it's a lot of fun. Do you think it's hard to read new scholarship because it's paywalled by academic publishers? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to answer that, to be honest. Yeah, no comment. Yo, Blood Raven. I was doom scrolling the internet last night and found a video of a game store in Orlando, Florida called Hyrule Kingdom. Is there something you're not telling us? No, but that's a super sick name for a game store. I'm actually mad jealous of that. That's super sick. Yeah, no, Matcha May, gaming news stuff was great, but... Oh, there's my greeting. Thank you, Tangy. But the actual the production side of it was really hard. The production side of gaming news was really hard to do live. That's actually why gaming news stopped. Was because it was hard for me to plan out 6, sometimes 7 streams every week, while also planning a 30-minute news segment, while also setting up the production of it and finding images and sources and putting all this stuff on the screen and overlays, and while also trying to run my Monday morning show. At the time I was doing Saturday morning so it was a lot for a live broadcaster. It was a lot for a live broadcaster. And that's really where I decided to step back from Blather's broadcast, because I realized there was a better way to go about it. I realized that, in all honesty, I could probably be doing YouTube videos for these news, and the YouTube videos would be a lot less work, because it would be a video that I'm editing from start to finish instead of it doing it live and then going back and editing it. There's a lot less stuff going on. It's a lot simpler. So really, I've just pulled away from doing gaming news because I'm looking to kind of reiterate on it and to grow with it, and to kind of do it in a better way. But the truth is that when you stream 6 days a week, you just don't have as much time. It just depends, you know? Like, at the time, I had to make a decision. It was, do I give myself this extra day of work every week? I was maybe spending 5-6 hours at most setting up Blather's broadcast, and it was hard, man. Some weeks, Sunday hits, I hadn't done much setup, and I was like, all right. So I'd sit there for 6 hours after stream on Sunday, and I end up giving myself like a 12, 14, 15 hour day just to show up on Monday for like a single 30-minute segment. And it was just like, yeah, dude. So it had nothing to do with, like, it was fun. It was a blast. It was an absolute blast. But it more had to do with the production, not the gaming news itself. Because I naturally keep up with news because that's what I do. Like, I'm just always in the gaming news space, and I kind of have an understanding of it, and I keep up with a lot of it. So that part was easy. Oh my gosh. Poco. Yeah, there's sacrifices. Being a live streamer, you have to make choices, man. If you're streaming as much as I do, as frequent as I do, you have to make choices in how you spend your time. And it's like, you know, like if I stream 6 days a week at 6 hours, and then I'm planning my live streams and doing outside of stream work for an additional 3 hours every day, those are 9-hour days, 6 days a week. And then I have to also try to maintain like a health side of my personal health. And then I also have to try to maintain my relationship. Right. And then at that point, it's like, how much time do I really have left? And what's a priority? Is my priority my everyday show that y'all tune in for every day? Or is my priority a 30-minute news segment that didn't really feel like everybody cared about? In fact, I think a lot of people just didn't really care at all. They were just kind of happy to be here, and they just wanted me to do whatever I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, I think I did create, like, I have gotten some really good feedback about Blather's broadcast, and there were some people who looked forward to it every week. But I think most people here were just kind of like, yeah, sure, whatever. So after a while, I was like, well, I guess I need to make like a decision here, you know? Like, are there other things I could be working on, you know? He looks like, hey, Ike. I'm wondering if this is Ike's replacement. That's exactly what I was about to look into. I think that this bear got replaced by Ike. Where's Poco? Okay, so here's Poco. He was only in this game. He was only in Debutsu no Mari Plus. So, and then here comes Ike, who only shows, oh no, Ike was also in Debutsu no Maru Plus. Wait, they were both in the same game, look. They were like little brother, it was like older brother, little brother. It was like big brother, little brother. His catchphrase is just 2 lines. What is this catchphrase, dude? What is that supposed to mean? Wait, here it is. Look at this. According to Ike's e-reader, Ike is his father. Dude, there was a father-son bear combo. That is so cool. That is so cool. I didn't know that, dude. What the heck? Finding out what you want to talk about while streaming seems like a huge challenge. It can be. Talking comes natural to me, so it's not something I have to think about too hard. But you just have to keep in mind that what I was trying to do with Blyther's broadcast was a lot more structured than just conversation. Right? Like, for those that don't know what I'm talking about here, I'll pull up a quick example because all those videos are unlisted right now, but like, you know, it wasn't just like, yo, let's show up and chat today, right? It was like, because like I did that after a while I did the like, let's just show up and chat vibe. But in all reality, what I was attempting to do was my first attempt at doing something like gaming, like an actual gaming news YouTuber, and like really adding value to people's lives. So like, welcome to Blather's Broadcast, your weekly source of gaming news, focusing on, but not limited to, Nintendo. Fam, it feels good to be back. I missed y'all last week. The holiday season has put me in a tizzy, and I wasn't able to make it last week for gaming news, but the truth is there wasn't really a lot going on. Like, I wasn't interacting with chat or anything. Y'all remember? Like, we would, for those 30 minutes, we would tell everyone in the chat, like, yo, we're not interacting with chat. We're here to deliver some news. So yeah, you got to realize, like, this wasn't like normal content, you know, like it wasn't like I was just showing up and saying, all right, everyone, let's talk about some gaming news. Cause I do that like every day. This was like a presentation where I was trying to like be a newscast. I was trying something I had never done before as a creator. And I wanted to see what it felt like for future reference. It was actually all just like a massive experiment, because I wanted to try this so I could see what I thought about it and felt about it, so that I could maybe bring it into the future into something I do full time. But that's why I experimented, because doing it for about 6 months to a year made me realize that this was something I was going to have to either do or not. There was no half step in this. There was no half step in this. Like, if half stepping this felt bad. When I didn't take it serious, when I showed up for certain weeks and I didn't really have good things to talk about, or if I wasn't in the mood, I didn't like that feeling. So I realized that it had to either be the best thing I was doing, or it had to be like something I just wasn't doing. I didn't want it to be just like generic. I didn't want it to feel passionless. So as soon as I started feeling myself getting burnt out of doing it, I was like, yeah, we have to move on. But yeah, I just want to make it clear. Like, I agree with you. I think some people struggle with conversation topics on Twitch, but don't think of Blather's broadcast as conversation topics. That was like a whole thing. If you're struggling with like finding things to talk about as a streamer, you should just be writing stuff down throughout the week. Any chance you get when you're off stream, oh, you know what? That's interesting. Just write it down. And then when you're streaming, you just have a reference sheet up right there on your monitor, a little sticky note. and it just gives you a couple little quick prompts. And when you don't have anything to talk about while you're live, you just talk about that. That's been the secret sauce since 2019, since I've been streaming for 6 years. Literally just a sticky note with 5 things wrote down on it. This is what I feel like talking about today. I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? Stuff, maybe I watched a video that night that made me think about something. Maybe I, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I think as far as conversation during stream, I think a lot of it can be circumvented by just doing a little bit of prep work, you know? Yeah, you just got to write stuff down, man. You can't expect, you realize that every single creator's brain goes blank at some point during their show. Every single creator's brain just goes blank sometimes, and you're just sitting here like, what am I doing? So that's why you have to have proper prep, man. You got to take it serious. You know, you don't just like go live and just sit there and hope that you're going to be a good streamer. You need to preparation. You're doing research before your show. You're spending an hour a day looking for things to talk about for your next show. You know what I mean? You have to very much, you don't just show up and like just talk. Some people can get away with that. I do it all the time. But I've also been streaming for 6 years. So it's easy for me to bounce off my chat because I have an active chat. You know what I mean? But even my chat goes dead sometimes. So as soon as my chat goes dead, the first thing I do is I go to my list of things to talk about. As soon as my chat goes dead, you'll see me all the time. I'll go to my list. I'll be like, all right, so, this is what I was doing today. And I just try to keep the snowball moving. It seems obvious now that I've heard it, but damn. Right, exactly. That's how it should feel because it's simple. And when somebody tells you something that's so simple, it should feel obvious. It's literally taking 30 minutes to an hour out of your day to write a couple things down to talk about during your show. And then you weave that into your natural commentary, you weave that into your chat interactions, and you just live your life. Forget streaming, just real life. Well, I mean, same. I started watching baseball because I didn't have anything to talk about with people in public. So then when people in public were like being humans and talking about TV and stuff I didn't understand, I could jump into the conversation and go, how about how about the tribe? How about that baseball game last night? I sure know that, because I wasn't watching TV. I wasn't listening to music. I didn't know. All I could talk about was Tangy and Animal Crossing and Nintendo, and that wasn't normal. So like, I started watching baseball so I could at least be like, yeah, did you see that game last night? Like, it sure was a doozy. Oh my Lord. Anyways. I'm just catching up on chat really quick. Hold on. Yo, what's up, big doggo? Welcome to the show today. All right, here we go. This one's for OZ and anybody else out there that needs a little bit of birthday love. I watched the first episode of Stranger Things. Yeah, I watched the first episodes of Stranger Things. Sup, dudes? I found out Ike was a kid in the original Animal Crossing. How about them jeans? How about the Knicks, huh? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Wait, that's not normal? Yo, happy birthday, Oz. Anybody out there who needs it? Anybody out there who's celebrating? All right, I swear we're actually going to play the game at some point today, by the way. Yo, we already hit our 20 like goal on YouTube. Should we make a new goal of 30? We are killing our 20 like goal every day, man. Thank you, everybody. Good morning. Somebody sent me a stuffing recipe on Twitch. I'm holding off till all the episodes are out. Me, my, me, me, me. Yeah, I got 3 inches of snow, man. Oh, what's up, Ron? I live in a small town, and part of Stranger Things was filmed 10 minutes away from my house. Vecna. Are you cursed? Is Vecna in your backyard? We got 20. I heard Michigan got hit, dude. Me, ma, mo. Yeah. Thanks for asking, Matcha May. I'm glad I can impart some knowledge on you, Matcha May, about the gaming news stuff. Yeah. I think you can always reach out to me if you ever want to talk theory about that and how that works. I don't always take the time to talk about some of my stream philosophies, but just in a mood to yap a little bit this morning. I'm not terribly coherent right now. Anytime I'm tired, I yap. I've said this to y'all before. The more mentally tired I am, the more I default into a state of just yapping about stuff. I don't know why. Tater tot soup for sure. We got 12, not including the dusting. Just feeling cold, but the central heater, I feel the warmth and cozy. Nice, dude. Nice. Got yourself some heat going. It's a little chilly out here. It's a little chilly out here for sure. Honestly, the temperatures aren't that brutal yet. But the snow came. The snow came early. Yo, morning. I don't know what kind of voice to give him. Yo, morning. Sup? He thinks he's a little funny dude. Hylian, long time no see, huh? Oh, I must have met Poco on the last episode, but he didn't move out yet. I forgot that we met him. Now that I think about it, I remember meeting Poco. It took me until just now for it to remind myself. Which I'm really happy he stuck around and Midge left instead. Because I want to keep this guy. Let's count. Wait, Peaches is new. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Peaches the horse is new. That's who moved in, dude. Okay, that's who replaced Midge. I haven't seen Peaches in Animal Crossing GameCube in a while, so this should be a treat. Hey, it's now officially 10 a.m. Yo, can I do a job for you, dude? No. Hey, the paint on your roof looked really crummy, so I went ahead and painted it for you. Amazing. No problem. I can't wait until you see I painted your roof bright green. That's the only color I had. Oh, well. It's Peach's birthday. Just hanging. Say, Hylian, about the way I talk, do you like it? No one else in this village ever says, so it makes me feel all weird saying it all the time. Can you do me a favor and can you maybe think of something that sounds better? Nah, man, you're fine. You sound like a cat. Really? Now that you mention it, I guess isn't so bad after all. All right, then. I guess I'll keep saying it for now. All right, well. What's up, Vanessa? How you doing today, dude? Oh, here's Camel Frog's house. Oh, gosh. It's 10 in the morning. Camel Frog should be awake. We got those 10 a.m. jams. This is how this dude lives. Fridge, garbage can, fossil, toxic waste, a single chair like a serial killer, a random piranha to torture his enemies, and a locker filled with whatever that is. Hey, you, Hylian. What could be so important that you neglect your sworn duty to come and say hello to me? So then, why are you here? Sir, what's going on? Hey, Hylian, are you a diligent letter writer? I never write, dude. Who writes letters, man? You don't, huh? Well, I guess that's your business. I mean, you don't have any friends to write. Damn. But you know something? Letters make good memories. They make people happy. You should give it a try. That's what I think. Apparently, I don't have any friends. True. What up, Tilted Donuts, dude? Yo, if you're just tuning in, good morning. So far this morning, we've contemplated the universe and have talked about the space-time continuum and if we can reach the fourth dimension with Artifice Nations. Ooh-wee. We've also talked about streaming and broadcasting and some of my old gaming news segment, which actually used to be a lot of fun to do. I'm actually working on kind of bringing it back in two different ways. One thing that's fully Animal Crossing focused and one thing that is gaming news focused. The gaming news thing is going to be on YouTube, but the Animal Crossing thing is going to be live. And it's something, maybe not. They both might be on YouTube. Either way, I'm actually working on some new stuff. I haven't talked a lot about it because I'm trying to keep it under wraps. But the truth is I'm actually working on some new gaming news stuff / Animal Crossing stuff right now. So stay tuned for that because it should be pretty cool once I figure it all out. I wish they were mean in New Horizons. Strawberry Fairy, listen. You say you wish they were mean in New Horizons. You say this. And I understand why you say it. But I want you to know that what you have is good. It's the good life. It's the good life. Because when a villager lays into you and calls you a fat idiot, maybe after the third or fourth time, you really start to question why you're even playing the game. So just be careful what you wish for, man, because I have had some villagers really hit me pretty hard, man. I just woke up in the morning and I've had villagers really lay into me. Camo Frog just told me that I don't have any friends. I'm just saying, he was trying to hurt me. He was trying to hurt me, all right? I like being bullied. Yeah, me too when it comes with some high heels and thigh highs, but come on, man, that's a different conversation for another day, dude. We're talking villagers. Great morning to you. I was just thinking that it was about time you showed up at my door. By any chance, were you a bit worried about little old me? What? You weren't? Jeepers. Hey, did you want something or what? You don't need any help? To be blunt, I'm totally bored out of my skull. If I had a ball to kick around, I'm sure I'd feel a smidgen better, you know? All right, we have to find her a ball and we need to catch a fish for Tangy, right? Didn't Tangy ask for a fish indirectly? I think she did. I played this as a kid and I always made their catchphrase a comeback to them because they made me so mad. That's so funny. Into debauchery this morning, I see. I'm not sure what that means, but we're as wholesome as we always are. Come on now. What's up, Aurora Sunrising? Good day to you. Well, aren't we a busy little bee buzzing to and fro? Commendable behavior. Tell me, how can Officer Copper be of assistance? Any going-ons? You ask about going-ons. If I recall correctly, today is the day that Crazy Red's Furniture Emporium has set up shop. I sure wish I could go take a look at it. I sense that there might be more to red than just craziness. Wait, Is he really here? Wait, Red's here? Dude, nice. What a day to log in. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is really throwing me off. Because listen, dude, in Random 18, you might understand this. In my experience, if you go weeks without playing Animal Crossing, the game falls into stasis. And usually you don't have any guest. And then you talk to Copper and there's always a guest 2 days later. It's always 2 days later. This is my whole life. You log into the game for the first time in a couple weeks. You go talk to Copper and he always has a guest that are 2 days out. I'm telling you, this has happened to me my whole life. Sahara's coming in 2 days. Katrina's coming in 2 days. So to log into the game and Crazy Red's just randomly here, this is really throwing me off. I wonder if the deluxe edition like fixed something, or if I'm just having like a spot of good luck or something. Yeah, Copper's in every Animal Crossing all the way up until New Horizons, and then they just straight up just got him for honestly no reason, kind of, but I guess they just couldn't fit him in the game or something. Tell me, how can Officer Copper be of assistance? So, the character that I miss the most is actually Booker. See, we don't have any lost items. Please don't be too mad at me. Sorry. I miss Booker and I miss Michael Jackson in the back there. I didn't get you mean Franklin the turkey on Animal Crossing New Horizons again this year? You might not have been far enough into your save file. Franklin won't show up unless you have resident services completely built, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, unfortunately. Tater tot. Yeah, you have to have resident services fully built, I think. Booker's so anxious and relatable. I miss him. Yeah, me too. I don't know. I don't think this coconut tree is ever gonna grow, huh? We have an accidental stunted coconut tree. I'm just gonna leave it. I did all the turkey stuff on AC&H yesterday, so I get the fancy dining room table and chair. It's worth it. It's worth it. I did it all yesterday on stream as well. Just made Thanksgiving leftover pie and it looks so good. I was wondering, I almost showed up today to do more scuffed eats because I was thinking, should we do a special on what we can do with what can we do with all this turkey? I thought about it this morning. I'm like, man, I guess if I would have planned better, I should have planned a double feature and then we should have did, okay, now we have leftovers. What can we do with all this food? And we could make like a pie or something. Like, I don't know, like what do you do with a bunch of turkey? Do you make like a good sandwich, like a panini? Like, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I've never really thought about the possibilities of like, what do you do with a bunch of turkey meat that's already cooked? There's probably a bunch of really cool stuff you could do. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably a bunch of really interesting stuff you could do with just a bunch of turkey that's already cooked. Yeah, stews, pot pies, casseroles. See, I thought about it. I'm like, dude, that actually would be such a fun little segment to do. But as you can tell, I'm asking you all, like, I don't actually know, which is why I couldn't do it on the fly, because I don't know. I'd actually have to do some research and figure out like what would I do if I did a segment like that, you know? Now, I will tell you my plan to use the I do plan to use the carcass. I think I'm going to make some turkey bone soup or something. I'm not quite sure because I've never done it before, but I would love to use the carcass and the drippings and stuff. It's in the fridge still. I'm going to clean it all up today and get all the meat off the turkey and then figure out if there's something I can do with it. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to make, my mom used to do it growing up. My mom used to make like a turkey bone white bean turkey soup or turkey bone soup or something she called it. I think really she just made a stock with the bones and then she used the stock as the base of the soup. I think that's what she was doing. Anybody? I don't know. I really don't know why she called it turkey bone soup. Yeah, I think that's what she was doing. So I think I'm going to use the carcass with my stock pot, and I'm going to throw the whole carcass in it, and I'm going to put some stock on the stove maybe today, and I'm going to let it go all night. And then I think I'm going to try to jar up some stock and have some turkey stock for the next week, and we can maybe use it to make some soup or something. It could be cool. Dude, Swedish meatballs sounds so good. Adam, dude, it's good to see you back in the chat today, Adam. You can basically do anything with chicken you can do with turkey, and it would still taste pretty. Yeah, that makes sense. I was probably overthinking. That sounds about right. Yeah. Make a stock and freeze it. Grind it up for meatballs. So like grinding up a cooked meat to see, I was wondering. I was like, I should make a turkey meatloaf. But I was like, but normally meatloaf is made with meat that's not cooked. So like, would that work? How would that work? Like this morning I had that thought in the shower. I was like, what if I made like a meatloaf with my turkey meat? And I'm like, well, it's already cooked. So like, how is that even a thing you can do? Like, am I too late if I already passed up that line? I'm not sure. I haven't like actually put some research into it. I haven't thought about it. So it needs to be really wet. Oh my, Hylian, it's been an age. Where have you been keeping yourself for the past 2 months? Don't make me worry, Nutlet. Nutlet? What? By the by. Yo, can I help you? Oh my, I just had something for you, but I'm afraid it's been taken care of. Maybe next time, Nutlet. It's been quite busy. I've been quite busy cleaning my room today. I found something I don't need anymore, but I can't bear to throw the poor thing away. It's a red vase. Would you care to take it off my hands? Sure, I'll take it. You take anything that was once in my possession, huh? Well, here you go. Okay, shut up, you little rat. What'd you call me? Nice. Thanks for your advice, chat. Thank you everyone for jumping in with the advice. Yeah, I was just curious, like, what can I accomplish? What can I accomplish? Yeah. So what you would do is you would take the turkey meat and you would put a little bit of turkey stock into a pot or into a pan, and then you would let the turkey meat start to absorb the stock and get real wet. Then you would crumble it and break it all down, add the breadcrumbs, add the egg, and form it into meatballs, and then bake it. I can already see it. I'm starting to like finally become the kind of chef that can like envision food without knowing exactly how to prep it. And even if I'm wrong right now, I'm probably close, right? You would put it into like a pan and you would get it real wet, and you would get it to like absorb, like get it real wet and moist. Then you would break it down with your hands and you would form it into meatballs. It would work. I think it would actually work, but you would just like Tam Perp said, you would have to get it real wet. Yeah, shred it. Right, exactly. You're cooking something up? Get out of here, Jess, you dork. Yo, Sassy coming in with 40 months. Sassy is my spirit chatter. At least according to your tag. How are you, man? What's up, Midge? Sorry, Midge the bird left my island. But while she was here, we were thinking of you. Okay, Robin's usually a B word in this game. Let's see how she's doing. Yeah, man, how you been? Adam, it's good to see you, man. I saw you in the chat as well, or in the Discord the other day. It's good to see you, man. What's up, Safi Lee? White chicken chili, but turkey instead. White turkey chili. That sounds good. Ooh. White turkey chili might be you might have just hit the nail on the head on what I want to make. White turkey chili. And again, we could make the stock first. Right? That could be good. That could be tasty. We can make the stock first. And yeah, just like Sister Honey said, I'm gonna freeze it. I think I want to start making stock again now that I'm finally established in my own home. And I have the freezer all to myself. So I have to buy more mason jars for like 20 bucks. I think mason jars are still the best play. How do y'all freeze your stock and stuff? I had mason jars, but I bought these mason jars that had a straight ledge. So I read online that if the mason jar has that classic curve, it has a better chance of cracking in the fridge. So you have to get mason jars with like a straight edge so that it doesn't like compress or freeze. So like I was using mason jars, but it felt like overcomplicated. It felt like, is there a better way to store liquid in the freezer? Like there's gotta be like a good system that doesn't involve like mason jars. Like, I don't know. I just feel like mason jars are too much, dude. They're very spacious. Like I had them stacked in my old fridge in the freezer, and they take up so much space. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, I want to go differently this time. I don't want to do mason jars again. I really don't, because I feel like it was way too much space. Like there's gotta be a better way that I can freeze this stuff without having tons of glass jars in my freezer. I don't think it's the way I want to go about it. Now, maybe I'm just overthinking, but hold it, loudmouth. Why are you so noisy this morning? Hey, hang on. You're Hylian, right? You haven't been too pleasant to me lately, have you? Yeah, you're one to talk. Well, I don't suppose I mind all that much. Yeah, exactly. What's new? Hey, isn't this new nail polish of mine just the most fabulous color? Are you painting the tips of your wings? What? Your talons? Do birds have nails on their talons? I don't really like it. I'm gonna snub her. I'm snubbing her, chat. Chat? We're snubbing. Oh, really? But I thought it was lovely. Maybe I've just got bad taste. So you're saying white nail polish just makes me look dumb then? I guess I'll have to take your word for it, Hylian. I'll just try another color next time. Wow, she didn't even let me snub her. Dude, that was the worst snubbing ever. She didn't get mad at all. She made me feel bad. She reverse snubbed me. Now I just feel like a shit. Like now I don't feel good at all. I just dogged her. She just said, "Oh, well, I guess I'm dumb." Dude, I got reverse snubbed, dude. Wait a minute. Are you Hylian? I was just thinking about how I haven't seen you at all lately. Do you have trouble waking up too? So, what do you need, cool cat? Yo, I'm bored, man. Hey, Hylian, you ever heard of Crazy Red's Furniture Emporium? I bought something from him the other day. Wait, are you Hylian? Yeah, Card Shark with the 20, man. Good to see you, dude. He told me that everything he sells in his shop is totally rare, so I went and bought some furniture, but it was just some plain old boring hunk of junk. I had the exact same thing in my room already. Well, that's your fault, dude. What a ripoff! From now on, I'm sticking to good old reliable Tom Nook. It's still junk, but it's cheap junk. Good old reliable Nook with the cheap junk. He said, "At least I'm not being waxed for my junk." Dude, what's up, Diana? She Uno reversed you. So chat's saying that soup cubes is the play. I do have. Okay, so soup cubes is the play. Ziploc tubs. Ziploc freezer bags. Stock ice cubes is the play. What's up, Mrs. Beans Gaming? I've heard of stock ice cubes. So you have to get a silicone ice cube tray, and then you fill it up, and it has these big blocks, and then you freeze it, and then you would put it in a bag afterwards so you don't get freezer burn. And then all you have to do is just take a block out of this bag, put it in your pot, and then you just have stock instantly. I've heard about this process. Is this seriously the play? H does bans in the chat. We need to clean up these mods in this chat. A thing of beauty, instant sauce trick. Yeah, I think I've heard about that process. I didn't look into it because I guess it felt complicated, but it's really not, is it? Gotta go out and get yourself some Cool Whip. Dude, Cool Whip's so good. You gotta put more Cool Whip on the piece of pie than there is pie. So then somebody can say to you, do you want more pie with your Cool Whip? That's what I do. Finally, somebody who gets it. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. If I can see my pie slice under the Cool Whip, there's not enough. I love it. I love it so much. Dun, 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 dun. Who lives here? This is Tabby's house. Is Tabby home? Oh, thank you, Tater Tot, for the gifted, homie.
Thank you.
Well, she's not home. She's just around. Having pie now, that's my exact thought. Integrity, dude. What's up, Gamer Pro? Good morning. Must be watching a streamer on that TV. Pretty much, yeah. That's how I know I've landed in the right chat. The Cool Whip mindset. Speaking of landing in the chat, Raiders. Hello, Rachel Green Tea. Where's freaking Tabby? Oh, here she is.
Huh? Who's that? Could it be Hylian? It is. I totally made the right decision to get up early. It's been 7 weeks, you know. What have you been doing all this time?
While she's using Tangy's Rior, dude. It's spreading. The cats are spreading.
Sunny days like this make me want to hop on a train and go visit another village. I wonder if anyone would come and play with me.
Consider it done.
Oh, really? You know, now's not really the best time for me to be going on a trip. But it was really great of you to offer.
Yeah, well. Sometimes you gotta call their bluff, you know? Oh, thanks, Super Saiyan Turi. Dude, no, man. Wait, what the heck is this? Is Black Friday a holiday in game? No, thank you, man. That was very solid feedback. That was caring, and you were trying to give me the best advice to your knowledge. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to type that up. And even more so, watching the video. Hopefully it's still helpful for you. We'll probably keep it unlisted, you know? And then maybe I could even make a better version in the future where I just avoid that phrase, right? Exactly. I think Black Friday is an actual holiday. Let's find out. Oh, yeah, it's sale day.
Did you know today's sale day? This is the day to get out there and support our local economy. It also marks the beginning of the festive season. Huzzah! But remember, the festive season is all about giving. That's why I want to give you this present, Sprout. It's a market model. This is the first thing I think of on sale day. After sales, of course. I bet you can't wait to rip through that wrapping paper. I hope we'll see plenty of snow this year. Nothing's more festive than the beauty of snow-clad trees.
And a good reason too. It's shop time. I hope you get out there and get gifts for your friends. Who, me? Oh, I buy all my presents online. It's quite convenient. I just go to www.animal-crossing.com. It's terrific. I can get everything I need without ever having to leave my shell. Dude, what? All right, let's go see if that website exists. It does. It's the actual, dude, if you go to animal-crossing.com, this is what comes up. The official Animal Crossing Nintendo website. Like, you know how you can buy a domain and it switches domains? Animal-crossing.com is connected to this domain. And it automatically reroutes. That's so cute. It automatically reroutes. That's cool. What's up, Alice? Hey, dude. Yo, thank you so much for the raid, man. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Raiders. Good to see you, dude. Yo, appreciate you, man. How was co-working and studying today? Hope y'all had a good time. If you're joining the raid, welcome in. Jump in the chat. Let me know you're out there. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you. Looks like some villagers are pissing each other off up here. Let's jump over here and see what the drama is. Hey, you okay?
Oh, why? What did I ever do to deserve this? Can't you just leave me alone? I need some time to myself.
Okay. Well, we're not getting any tea from her. What about you, dude? What's up, Margie?
I had a weird feeling that I'd run into you today. I must be psychic, because it's sure been a while. Where have you been all this time, Tootie? So, tell me, Hylian, what do you want?
What's up? Tell me some tea. What's going on around here?
Say, Hylian, do you like catching and collecting bugs? Well, knowing you, I'm sure you've already caught all the bugs there is to catch.
No.
Yeah, I'll bet. It's not very easy to catch them all, that's for sure.
Was that a Pokemon reference?
Insects are scary looking enough to begin with, and the way that pillbug moves, hideous. Oh, just thinking about it sends shivers up my spine.
What is going on around me right now?
I don't think I'll ever be able to catch even a tiny pillbug. They're too hideous.
Now Derwin's pissed and Sally's depressed? Derwin, dude, are you okay?
I'm so angry, and you talking to me is like dangling a red scarf in front of a bull. Yeah.
This is just a Reddit mod. Derwin's just a Reddit mod.
Stay away from me, unless you want me to charge into you and poke you right in the nose.
Oh, he's okay now.
Hey, it's you. What's up? Yeah. So what do you need me for? Yeah.
Yo, what's up? Entertain me.
Yeah. I really wish Hyrule maybe had a heated pool or something. I definitely think it would improve everyone's quality of life a little bit. Not that it matters what I think. Yeah.
Snarf, snarf. There it is. Somebody caught it. A little bit of snarf influence. Ooh, hey. Whoa, she didn't like that outfit, I guess. Sally is just going through it today. Sally is literally just going through it. Bum 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 beep bo 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 beep bo 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 beep bo. Well, we haven't found the ball yet. However, we still need to catch that fish. I think Tangy wanted one as well. We enjoyed Thanksgiving. So filling to try out the green bean casserole that our friend gave us. I have a pic of my full plate in your food Discord. Nice. Number 5 shirt. Mystic paper. Whoa, bro. Bro, yeah, this game getting cleaned up and added to the Switch was mentioned in the chat earlier. And boy, would that be an amazing thing. It was productive. I appreciate the stream. I got once of my tax done. Next time I'll note it. It's been a busy week. Oh, nice, dude. I'm glad that Rachel was able to provide a space for you to get your work done and to co-work alongside them. And I appreciate hearing how the stream went, man. That's super cool. And thank you for the kind words, Alice. I'm glad you enjoy the emotes. We have a pretty eclectic collection. You know, over the years, we slowly managed to diversify our emote collection and put some really fun stuff in there. I think my new favorite emote is probably Peepo Run. I think Peepo Run might be my new favorite emote in the collection. Yo, enjoy that lurker roar. Yeah, HDES Run is probably my favorite in the collection. The Goron, yeah, HDES Leave as well. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, let's go drop off this market model at home and then try to catch a fish for Tangy here while we look for this ball.
Hey, good morning. I haven't seen you around. You been sick or something? If you work out every day, colds just flee and tear. Slurp. Oh yeah. Dude, Ted is just Peepo juice. I just picture he's walking around with a juice box permanently. That's what I imagine. He's just walking around with a juice box permanently. That's my that's like my take on his like catchphrase. And he's just always sipping out of his juice box, no matter what. Did I get a gift sub? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Enjoy the emotes. I was wondering how many times a week do you clean your room? Don't have time. I'm the same way. I bet your house is packed with roaches, isn't it? No, I just cleaned my room yesterday. I'm just kidding. I've been doing pretty good about that. No bugs here. Trying to get all these weeds. There's so many of them. Ooh, nice. Plant that there. Let's go drop this off real quick. Yo, what's up, Cindy? Hey. I swear I've been cleaning my house. That's not...
Yo, what's up, Boogie? Yo, happy Thanksgiving. I don't know if I saw you yesterday. Hopefully you managed to celebrate. Why so many? I don't know, man. It's gross. I don't know. Okay. I think we're free now. Nice Black Market model. Maybe Red's always here on Black Friday, and that's why Red. Oh my gosh. I just realized. Red being here must just be a part of sale day. I bet. Are we good? Are we clean up here? We're clean. No, I hate accidentally picking stuff up. Be-do. All right. I don't think I've done anything with the upstairs yet. I have not. So we have to decide what we're going to do with our upstairs. We have yet to take that plunge because we've kind of just been going with the flow here. I'm 150 subs away from getting my second rainbow box, and they're a part of HGG. Oh, wow. As long as you're taking care of yourself, Cinderella. As long as you're taking care of yourself first, man. But your generosity is always appreciated, dude. Illegal lotteries are no longer tolerated. Violators will now be fined a total of 1 million bells. Thank you. Wait, what was going on while I was gone? What was happening while I was gone in my town, dude? What? I overheard Pete thinking about Pelly again. Doesn't he know that Phyllis gal is crazy about him? Guy's denser than a sack of turnips. So yeah, this is a new system. What the mod developer did is they took the message of the week system directly from Wild World and added it on top of this game's already message of the week system, which was like a little bit different. So some of the messages, like the one you just saw, the one that was about the lottery was actually from Wild World specifically, I believe. And they brought it into this game. Is this the game with the ground storage? It is. It is. This is the ground storage game, correct. Ground storage game is here. Has anyone monitored their Steam Deck to get this game? Oh yeah, you can get this game on Steam Deck easy. It's no different than just getting any GameCube game on Steam Deck. Yeah, actually very doable, very accessible. And getting emulation on Steam Deck isn't terribly difficult to do. But you're probably gonna have to follow a guide, even if you know how to emulate, because it's just a completely different device. But once you set it up, it's pretty foolproof and it'll last you for a while. And as long as you don't mess with anything or adjust anything, you should be good to just play forever. And then as far as playing the Deluxe edition, well, that's just simply patching the game and playing it like a normal GameCube game. So yeah, it's actually very accessible on Steam Deck. I think there's a couple people in our community that have been playing it on Steam Deck. Did you see my turkey yesterday? I did see your turkey. You spatchcocked it. I saw that. We showed off all the food in the Discord yesterday. Do you have any video recommendations? No, because I haven't set up Steam Deck emulation in a while, so I don't remember how it works. No, I'd have to look it up for you and send you some information in the future. Yeah, it's been a while. I've done it once in the past, but it's been a while. It's not something I've done in a while. Didn't Cuyler say that just playing the game you had a very small chance at an Easter egg? I think so. And they never told me what it was because I kind of I didn't want to know. Yeah. I don't think we ever figured out what it was. Bum 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 bum. HDes buff. Yeah, people run. It's I keep saying people, but it's just HDes run. Because I styled it off of the old Peepo emote. Yeah, just HDes run. Yeah, I was misspeaking. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a cute emote of a Deku scrub. Yo, Cindy with the 10 gifted subs in the chat. Hey. Is this how much you like ground storage? Is this? Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I respect you. I did not expect that. Thank you very much. I'm happy you're out there meeting other members of HDG. I'm happy you found some other places on Twitch to call home. And you're always welcome to pop in here any chance you get. Thanks for coming to say hello today. And thank you for the love. Thank you. Thank you very much. You didn't have to do that, man. The PC I bought just went down $500 for Black Friday. I should have waited. That sucks. You might be able to reach out and maybe get like some kind of compensation for that. I've heard that works sometimes. Like, hey, look, I don't even have it at my house yet. I just purchased this. Is there any way that you could give me like this deal? Right now, if it's not delivered, you could maybe just try to refund it and reorder it. I really don't know how that works. Yeah, for real, dude. Because that sucks. Like when I bought my mattress, it went on sale for $200 less right after I bought it. So I reached out to him. I haven't heard back yet, but I haven't checked my email. But I reached out because I was like, wait a second. Like I bought the mattress and a day later it goes on sale $200. Like, come on, dude. Come on. Like, there's got to be something we can work out here. Love watching the VOD yesterday. Maddie, send you. I saw your message, by the way. I'll reply to you later. I'll reply to you later, but just know that I appreciate you. Dude, Scuffed Eats was fun. You like the new setup? We're still getting there, you know? We're still getting there. We're still getting there, and we have a lot of growth, but I told y'all that I wasn't going to let perfectionism, which is something I struggle with, to be the reason why Scuffed Eats was being delayed. So just like in the past, when I pulled the trigger and we had a goofy show to start with, I'm just going to go with it. So that we just had our second episode since season 3 started. And while I do have a couple improvements over time that I will pursue, I think that we have a pretty good setup so far. I think things are fun. It's a very fun setup for sure. Boom, 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 boom. Do 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 do. That's the button I was looking for. The sell all button. Yes, thank you. Tom Nook in a suit. Oh my gosh. I forgot what sale day is, dude. Sale day is crazy. All right, I'm buying this for my catalog. I don't think I need... Oh, I actually do need this. Sorry, I got a call. You're okay. No worries. We expressed our gratitude. That's all. Yo, thank you, Amusing Ashley, for the kind words. It's good to see you here today, Amusing Ashley. Good luck with your work from home vibes today. Do 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 do. Bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum. All right, I'm gonna buy a couple shirts. What's up, Raiders? Hey, what's up, Sophia? Scarlety? And can I call you Ineki? Ineki? What's up, Evie? How would I say your name? Would it be Ev? I almost want to say Evra, but I don't think that's right with the X. Yeah, I don't know. Welcome in. We were brought here by Moody Cat. Evra's close. We were brought here by Moody Cat. No way. Moody Cat recommended Evextra. Evextra. Oh, I love that. Or Evextra. Evextra. Nice. Close enough. It was based off of the Lotus Evora car. Okay, okay. It's nice to meet you. And welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Hylian Descent. You can call me Hylian or you can call me Joshua. And after yesterday's meal, don't call me late for dinner. Just kidding. We didn't eat that much. Welcome to the show, though, everyone. We're playing some Animal Crossing GameCube. This is the first Animal Crossing to come to the Western audience. And it's the first to... the first that was in English for the Western audience, and it's technically the first game in the franchise, basically. And it's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and it's my favorite Animal Crossing, even though I love New Horizons. And I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all had a good show over there. It looks like you were doing some Wizard 101, which is so cool. Wait, y'all were playing Wizard 101, the classic, dude? No way. That's cool. That's super, super cool. Thanks for popping in here today, everyone. Welcome in, Raiders. I'd love to hear your favorite part of the show over there with Ineki. And thank you, Moody Cat, for recommending our channel. That is a seriously beautiful thing. People giving out recommendations that's really cool. My journey is enhanced by word of mouth and those types of interactions. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you're looking for a place to enjoy Animal Crossing content, if you're looking for just a general vibe here, we have a pretty awesome community, but I'm mostly known for Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, Story of Seasons, that kind of stuff. And then, of course, Nintendo, the Zeldas, the Kirbys, the Pokemons. Good deed of the day: prevent a car crash that didn't involve my car. Someone was in a rush, was passing me, but there was a car coming from the opposite direction. If I didn't brake, he would have not made it back to our side of the road. Wow. Wow, when you're like a defensive driver, when your defensive driving skills help someone else drive well. Thank you, Sam Squatch, for the gifted over to Island Melt Vibes. Thank you. What's up, Sam Squatch? Sorry I let that one slip by. They played for 12 hours. 12 hours of Wizard 101. Dang. Dang. That's dedication. What's up, Miss Luna? Good to see you. Yo, we'll see you later, Farrells. Good luck. You're a busy guy. Stay up, Farrells. Where's Tangy at? What the heck? I've been looking for her for hours. Thanks for providing such a safe space during the holidays. Oh, thank you for saying that. I got a lot of wonderful comments over the last 24 hours. Oh, there she is. I appreciate this community. Thank you very much. Just happy to be here. It's a mutual thing, man. It really is. Holidays, we can't say no. I was driving a bit slower because I was stuck behind some cyclist who couldn't pass because of the car coming from the opposite direction. So the passing guy had to squeeze between me and the cyclist. Good morning again. Hey, did you want something? I brought fish. A crucian carp. So this is the time of year to fish for the elusive crucian carp. Cool. This is a very important bit of data, so I definitely should at least give you a reward. You're totally fine with an orange chair, right? I'm like so sure you'll like it. I mean, she's not wrong. Yeah, she gave me a chair of herself. That's like if I walked up to somebody and said, yo, you should have this human chair. It's based off of me. It'll be like you're just sitting in the same room as me, even on top of me. It's my birthday today. Oh, we did a little bit of birthday celebrations this morning. Happy birthday, Miss Luna, to you and anybody else out there. Sick. Do you have any plans for your birthday? Are you gonna go Black Friday shopping for your birthday? I don't know if that's a good way to spend a birthday, but maybe for some people it is, if you like shopping enough. Random stop. Yo, brown coats, thanks for getting that birthday love in the chat, y'all. Thank you very much for getting that birthday love in the chat, and welcome in, Raiders. I appreciate y'all being here. There's Moody Cat. I was looking for you know what, Moody Cat? We're gonna give you 30 on the house for being so cool. It's the least I can do, all right? Seriously, thank you so much for recommending my show. I can't express my gratitude enough. Thank you. Take 30 on the house. We like to throw a little VIP badge out there every once in a while. Nothing too intense. Boom, 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 boom. And that does mean that a couple people have overstayed. That did remind me of a couple people that maybe need to be un-VIP'd. Uh-oh, here they come. I usually do this off stream, but whatever. Sorry, 16-bit. You have been erased. We'll let Oz keep theirs for their birthday as they requested. Kells has gotten theirs fair and square.
Here is a present for you.
Via the VIP roulette. Altanor has theirs. I don't know how Altanor. Oh, I do know. I remember how Altanor got theirs for shouting me out on Reddit. Oh, thank you, Cinderella, for the gift of the Moody. Oh, bringing them in and badging them up. Oh, that was cool of you. That was super cool. Cindy Alice, sorry. Boom. Bactrin. Sorry, Bactrin. Boom. All right, Eli the Warlock is good. Raina B is good. Zoldar, Banana Universe, Sleepy Cat, Lemons and Limes, good. Lemons and Limes, you're next on the chopping block for Retro Roulette, though, all right? So don't get mad at me when somebody redeems, okay? I'm just giving you a heads up. You had it for 4 months, though, so you had a good run. Yeah. You had a good run. All right, we got our job for Tangy done. Let's go see if we can get a job for Paco, because I want to keep Paco around. We might have to actually write some letters today. All right, let's go into the museum. Let me get some more paper. Oh, let's go buy some of these random bags from Tom Nook. I forget how this works. How does this work on sale day? It's a grab bag. Dude, you can buy these grab bags. This is so cool. I forgot about this holiday. This is so cool. Open up. Wow, I got a pinwheel. an exotic rug, and a bonsai. Wow, this is sick. This is so sick. I forgot about this. I'm gonna open up this as well. I can't. I need to go home. Cinderella with the gifted over to Miss Bernia and Miss Luna Tink. I'm so used to the velvet couch and the silk robes. You wouldn't have taken them away from me, would you? Stop. Stop. Stop trying to talk your way out of losing it, all right? Stop. That's so funny. Yellow sand pile? Wait, what? Yellow sand pile? That's not a normal item. Hold on a second. Hold on, we're gonna go see what that is. No, stop. I don't remember the buttons because I'm trying to play New Horizons. I'm trying to play New Horizons while I'm playing GameCube. But my brain is playing New Horizons. Dang it. Yo, Coach Parker? What up, man? What up, dude? Put me in, Coach.
Taco Exagmix Miss Taco EXOG. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thank you, Coach. Good to see you, bud. It's just a massive pile of yellow. It's exactly what it was advertised as. This is definitely not in the base game. Yeah, definitely not. Desert room incoming. It's a sign to start the overhaul. True. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. Good to see you, Miss Bernia. Hope you're doing well today. Happy Friday, y'all. What up, Twitch Thomas? Oh, is it time for 11 a.m. jams? We still haven't gotten our money, Rock. We have to go find that. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's a nice farty song. This is what... Oh, thank you, Cindy. Cindy said, I have to remind people why I have a rainbow box here. What's up, Mac? How you doing today? Farting out those leftovers. Yeah, Twitch is being slow with gifties. That happened to me too. I noticed that actually. Their processing system is slower for some reason. I've noticed that. Thank you for the gifted sub to Twitch, Thomas, and thank you for the gifted sub over to Max. At some point, I'm supposed to start ignoring these, but not yet. Yo, Arquette, welcome to the show. Scarlet, Sofer, yo, Sofer's in the chat today. Good morning. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? Listen, if you did not get a chance to pop in yesterday because of holidays, or if I missed you, because when I'm in Scuffed Eats mode, I do miss more chat. I encourage you to jump in and say hello. I'd love to chat with you this morning just for a little bit. That's kind of why I was in a chatting mindset today. I wanted today to kind of be a traditional Friday show where we are kind of just yapping and connecting a little bit, because I knew some people couldn't be here yesterday. So figure we play some AC, some retro AC, and just yap a little bit today. It's been a fun show so far. I was talking yesterday about the time I gifted 353 subs in one day. It was the battle, right? It was the battle with Arnaut. It was the battle. Wasn't it? Was it the battle day, or I swear it was. The Battle of the Duchies. Yep, Arnaut. The Battle of the Duchies in my chat. stop, run, stop, stop. No, he jumped at me. That wasn't supposed to happen that way. Stop it. There. Go. We had you on the big screen while decorating the tree after lunch. That's so cool. Thank you for including me into your family festivities. That's pretty rad. That's pretty special to me, dude. That's pretty cool, man. Got to spend the day with my mom yesterday and see my little brother and his girlfriend. Learned they're moving in together. Aw. Aw, that's cool. That's sweet. As an older sibling, I get that. Enjoy your gifted sub, Mac, for sure. Welcome back for another excellent month. Enjoy the emotes. We got a pretty decent collection. We're still getting it, you know. I forgot about the size of the pockets and the look. Yeah, it's so different. Look at Blather's head. I bet you forgot about how big and dumb baby looking Blathers was. Look at him. Look at his massive dome piece. This is not a head. This is a cranium. This isn't a cranium. This is a super dome. He hadn't quite grown into his body yet. Ooh. What time is it? I'm so very sleepy. Oh, dear me. 1,000 pardons. So terribly sorry. I'm afraid I'm a bit of a night. Yes. We need Dazabound to come and voice act Blathers for our stream. He has a perfect accent for Blathers. He does, man. He does. Yes, well, by the by, might there be something with which I can assist you? Could you identify a fossil for me today, good sir, big head baby Blathers? Ooh, marvelous! Splendid! What mysterious treasure might you need identified? Oh, this fossil right here. Oh, now, what a smashing fossil! I see. This beauty is most certainly amber. Indeed, it put a valiant effort to elude identification, yet I endured a what? Quite the battle, yes? Now then, I shall return this specimen to your care. Know that it is quite a remarkable one. Ooh. Now, might there be any other fossils you want identified? Sure. Ooh, marvelous. Splendid. Ooh, now, what a smashing fossil! I see. This beauty is most certainly an apatow tail. Indeed, it put up a valiant effort to elude identification. I have to put groceries away. Enjoy your lurk. And thanks again. Can we get a little bit of love in the chat for the support coming in here, man? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everybody. Cinderella included. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Good morning, Belle. What's up? What's up? You ate the yummy food? You watched the Macy's Day Parade? The 353 was the reason that big thing went from the intended 250 to actually gifting 500 subs in it. The Battle of the Duchies, the classic era. We have some lore around here. I love that we have stream lore over the years, you know? Now then, I shall return this specimen to your care. Know that it is quite a remarkable one. Ooh. Now, might there be any more fossils you want identified? Oh, yeah. Ooh, marvelous. Splendid. Which mysterious treasure might you need identified? Wait, no, I don't need any more. I'm trying to donate. Oh, there once more. Back again, are you? What? Welcome. Indeed, we never tire of patrons. Patrons? Yo, donate. I have a pond smelt. indeed. Woohoo! A pan smelt, I believe. Even run-of-the-mill common fish are valuable resources, you see, all part of the grand tapestry, what? We will take excellent care of this fellow. Oh, yes, you can rest assured. Excellent care indeed. You have our deepest, most profound gratitude. I think we already donated a long locust. Sub epic Mimikyu. No, we have not. How grotesque. Bleh. I have a rather difficult time dealing with the soft underbellies of grasshoppers. They're vulgar. And their legs. Why do they come off so easily when one merely handles the beast? Bleh. Simply horrid. Ooh, but I digress. You have our deepest, most profound gratitude. Might there be anything else you wish to donate? Your support is greatly appreciated, truly it is. I earnestly hope we can count on your continued patronage. Just Amber __ in the chat says, I never chat because I'm shy, but I love hanging out with you guys all day yesterday and being here today. It's been awesome, and I just wanted to say thank you to this community. Yes, indeed. This community is worth thanking 10 times over, and I appreciate your acknowledgement. Wait, hold on a second. I got stuck. Wait. I appreciate that. Thanks. Because the community is what it's all about. Exactly. The community is exactly. Like, it's all about the community. So thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that. And I'm glad you enjoyed hanging out. I'm glad you enjoyed hanging out, man. Thank you. My edges brownies all turned out really good. I added coffee to the mix. Oh, wow. I've never thought about adding coffee to brownies. That sounds great. Cinderella with the gifted over to Amber. Cindy's bringing them in and badging them up. Badging them up and bringing them in. Amber, enjoy a sub on the house. I think I worded that weird. I don't know if you remember something I called the big thing. I believe I had originally planned to donate 250 subs and 25k bits, but in the end I donated 500 subs and 55,000 bits. 103 of the 250 was planned here, but because the 103 turned into 353, the 250 went to 500. Oh, I do not remember that. Thank you for the clarification. I was a little confused. You might have been able to notice. Maybe you noticed I was a little confused. Thank you. Thank you. What's up, Starbows? Hey. How's that journey going in Fire Red? You're hunting down a shiny Dratini? I'm sending you all the luck. It's, speaking of Cinderella, it's like a Cinderella style hunt. Listen to this, Cindy. Starbow's Break is over 20,000 attempts to get a shiny Dratini in Pokemon Fire Red. Talk about over odds. And I bring up Cinderella because Cinderella's a big shiny hunter over the years. And they've had a couple scenarios with some nasty odds as well. But they were also doing some pretty hardcore hunts. Like, I think one of them was for like a fossil. And it was a really particular way to get the fossil. So it was like way worse odds than just a normal shiny. Like something like that. Fire Red is still the old odds in one out of 8,000. Exactly. What's up, Whitney Soups? How are you today? I think we've said good morning to all of our villagers today. I want to go write a couple letters real quick, but there's no paper being sold at the store. So I might actually convert 2 of these letters because I really do want to make sure we keep our villagers that we like. And the best way to do that is to write them letters. And I think I want to keep Poco around. I really like this new bear. Good morning, Tangy. Yo, do you need some work? No. Been a rough week. I hope it gets a little smoother for you. You sounded confused. I always introduce the big thing as I donated 500 subs and 55k bits over 5 streamers in 2 days. Your generosity knows no limits, no bounds. I came from far away to sell you a carpet. You give me money, I give you a carpet. This is a very special carpet. You like it? You want this carpet? Tangy, are you okay? Sure, I'll buy it. You fell for it. You thought I was Sahara, didn't you? I'll take your 3,000 bells now. This robo floor is as good as anything Sahara sells. Actually, the robo floor is fire. I will take that. Thank you. And now that we have real storage in this game, I can just store it and use it whenever I want. Deluxe Edition changed how I play Animal Crossing. Because we never had storage in these games. Real storage. So now I'm able to keep items. I used to have to sell everything because I only kept items that I was using at the time, or I would store stuff in other player houses. Oh, and we have some paper here to use. But now I have the freedom and the luxury of storing stuff, which really changes everything on how I've played this game over my life. Having the ability to preserve things this way is pretty massive. All right, we're selling those shirts. Boom, 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 boom. We're gonna store all this stuff for now because we're gonna keep buying. We're gonna keep buying the grab bags. The grab bags seem amazing. Why do the grab bags seem like super OP? Right? Like they seem really good. All right, let's rewrite this letter to Poco to make sure we keep him around. Also, we haven't even said good morning to Peaches. I'm such a jerk. Would it be weird if I brought Peaches a peach for her birthday? I think I have peach trees. Poco. All right, what do we want to say to Poco? Let's get a little creative. Let's have a little bit of fun here. Do we not even have background music playing today? Wow. Let's quickly throw on some background noise. All right.
I hope everyone is having a great time off this weekend.
Yo!
I'm going back to YouTube working now. H-Day love, H-Day grow, H-Day wave, H-Day shug, H-Day gritty, H-Day bongo tap, H-Day gyroid, H-Day lurk, H-Day bongo tap, H-Day gyroid, H-D SIP, H-D SIP, H-Day bongo tap, H-Day
I didn't think of that.
Tap, H-Day dumper.
Oh, you know, exactly. Yo, what's up, Toter Tot Salad Bug? You had me until the dumper. Thanks for 51. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays, everyone. All right, are we going with this one? I talked to your dad the other... Oh, I can't skip lines. That's the only thing I can do. The other day. And you are in big trouble. You really need to rethink, which you really need to think. I'm trying to remember, you gotta be simple in this game. Think about your life choices. It seems like your past is catching up. Wait, hold on a second. Let's put an emote in here. Thanks for the prompt. All I need is a prompt sometimes. Thanks for the prompt, actually. All right, let me get a good emote in here. How do I do that? It's a boom, boom. Let's put the skull and let's make it threatening. Oh, I have another line to type. I didn't realize. Hold on. We're going to actually just take this line up here. We're going to back this up. And we're going to actually... hold on a second. We're gonna just space this out because this is a much better line to end on. We're back this up, and then we're gonna space this out. Then we need to go over here, and we need to back this up, and we need to send this down here. There we go. It seems like your past is catching up. Skull. Love Hylian. Do you think he'll understand? Maybe. So like really we watched videos about this. Really the difference between a villager understanding and not is like proper punctuation and like it really comes down to like proper punctuation and keywords. So if I wrote things clean enough, understanding might just be so like really when a villager understands, they either reply as and pretend like they knew what they were talking about, or they reply and say, I have no idea what you were talking about. Right. So like, yeah, I think with a letter with this structure, there's a chance that he will know what I was talking about. There is. But you know, they don't actually read the letters, but they look for keywords and then they just reply with something that's usually not relevant. I agree with that, Toter Tot. I would love to see those characters. And hey, at this point in time, we can all have a little bit of hope that maybe that is going to be the case. Because remember, we don't know everything from the update yet. Keep that in mind. So I'm not trying to gas everyone up, but we are still in the hopium phase. We can hope. We don't know everything about the update yet. And we are still very much in that phase of we could straight up be surprised come January 15th on what they're adding to the game. Now, it's probably pretty far-fetched that they're adding Pete and Pelly and they haven't showed us yet. Sadly, but I'm just throwing that out there. I think we could still talk theories and have some fun with predictions on what they could add to the game. We can have some fun with this, man, because it's not all written in stone yet. Rain, sleet, snow, or hail will deliver what you mail. Thank you. I am playing DDV on December 10th. Yep. And I even got a sponsorship for it. That's right. We will be here December 10th. We will be here December 10th checking out the update. And we might even play before then as well. All right, here we go. We got our letter from Crazy Red. He'll be here at 6 p.m. tonight. He's not here yet, which I knew that. All right, and before we go back to go do some more sales and stuff, I actually have a super random surprise for everyone today. But it's mostly a reveal. It's not a surprise. I'm going to use the restroom, and I'll be right back. Yep, just staring into your soul. All right. So let's go see what's going on here. So now I've had some stuff laying around my house for a while now. And I've been kind of like biding my time and not even sure what I'm going to do with it yet. And I'm still not fully sure what we're going to be doing with this, which is why I said it's a little bit more of a reveal. But here in this box in front of me, I was sent a really interesting gift. All right. And I think I have permission to do whatever I want with this gift. All right. But I'll have to reach out and make sure that that's the case. But I want to show you all something here. So I was sent a completely unopened box of e-reader cards from Japan for Animal Crossing GameCube. This is a completely, well, it was unopened box of e-reader cards. So what this means is, for those that don't know, I should give some lore. E-readers were the OG amiibo cards. You want to think of e-readers as amiibo cards, and they had all sorts of super interesting functionality. They were the OG amiibo cards. All right, so take a look at this super dope box. I know it's green screening, so let's go over to the other scene real quick. Are y'all down? Let's go to the other scene super quick. And I will pull up the non-green screen. So I need to turn off some images and stuff. Give me just a second. Boop, 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 boop. And I need to pull up the non-green screen here. Bum, 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 bum. All right. And this is it. Look, take a look. So this is a full box of original Animal Crossing amiibo cards directly from Japan. But they were called e-reader cards. And if I open up the box, take a look at this. You can't tell me that. Do we have any rippers out in the chat? We don't have HDES packs anymore, but are there any rippers out in the chat? Because take a look at this. You might Craigasm. Take a look. Take a look at this. Unopened original e-reader cards. Look at this. So they were like the original amiibo cards. You could scan them into Animal Crossing. There were some. So let me give you a quick history lesson. So e-reader cards were the original amiibo cards, and they had a lot of different functionality. Give you one example. You could scan an e-reader card into your Game Boy Advance to play like the original Zelda for Nintendo. You could also use e-reader cards to scan villagers into Animal Crossing GameCube. When I say, again, the original amiibo cards, I mean what I am saying. All right, and there's a lot of functionality. It's really old school. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna rip a pack. Now, I don't exactly know what I'm doing with these cards yet, and I was waiting for like an opportune moment to bust these out, and I was even thinking about saving them for January 15th. All right, let's see who we got. All right, first up, Is this Louise? First up, Louise the elephant. Next, Coco. Yo, sick, dude. Okay. Next up, Filbert. Wow, we are hitting right now. We are hitting right now. Midge. Wait a second. Peach's birthday. It's Peach's birthday. We got Peach on her birthday. Shut up, dude. What? Yo, sick. Yeah, look, we have a whole box of these cards to rip if we want. And they also are e-readers. Now, here's the thing. I have an e-reader machine. And I have a Game Boy Advance. And the e-reader I got wasn't working with the card that I had, unfortunately. I got one card and it wasn't working, and either the e-reader's dirty and I need to figure out how to clean it, which I've already looked into, or maybe it's not functioning and I haven't gotten far enough to figure it out because I only had one e-reader card. Well, now I have this opportunity to take these cards and potentially see if they'll work on my e-reader. Even though they are Japanese versus American, I'm really hoping that these might end up working on my game. And we're going to be testing it live on stream. I'm going to be busting out my Nintendo GameCube, my Game Boy Advance, my Game Boy Advance cable, my e-reader, my original hardware. And we're going to see if we can get these cards to work. I'll probably do some testing off stream. And if I can get them to work off stream, then we can go through and rip packs and scan villagers and just have like a lot of fun with these original Japanese e-reader cards. To give you guys some context about how old these cards are, this unsealed box, 2001, 2002 Nintendo on the back of the card. 2001, 2002 Nintendo on the back of the card. That's the date on the back of the card. The box doesn't have a date. I've been looking for a box on the date somewhere. There's a GameCube symbol on the box. Here it is. 2001, 2002 Nintendo. For sale in Japan only. Made in Japan. These are original Animal Crossing e-reader cards from Japan, and this is the second series they released, just like Amiibo. This is series number 2, and there's different series. Let's rip another one. Let's have some fun. Let's rip another one, shall we? Let's rip one more for those that are hanging out today. These packs suck to rip. I don't know how to open these packs. They absolutely suck. There's not a good way to open them at all. Okay, got it. Look at the cute little package. Look at the cute little package, dude. The package is cute, dude. Look how cute the pack is, man. All right. All right, let's see what we get. Who the frick is that? I don't even know who that is. I don't even think we have this villager in the game. I don't think this villager is in America. I'm telling you, right? I have no clue who this is. This is some crazy kangaroo. So if somebody wants to look it up, it's number 114 of the e-reader series. If you type into Google e-reader Animal Crossing series 114, it might come up. Yeah, it looks like Carrie in a costume. All right, you ready? Oh, is that Jay? Is that his name? He's the Blue Jay? Is that his name? Jay, I think? I think so. I think that's his name, right? Jay the cutie. Okay. Whoa. I think this is Aurora the Penguin. Her name is Marcy. I think this is Aurora the Penguin. Yeah, the e-reader was the only way to get some villagers and items. Whoa, we got Jingle. I wonder what scanning Jinglein does. Maybe he just gives you a gift. So here's the thing. Every e-reader came with like a free gift as well. So no matter what, you would always get a letter from the villager with a gift. So he might just give you a letter with a gift. And last but not least, Pearl. A beautiful look at retro Pearl, polygon Pearl. We'll see you later, Caddy Noor. Dude, isn't that fun, man? Isn't that fun? And then there's like this little paper that comes with every pack that tells you how to use the e-readers. There's like this little paper, and it's all in Japanese, but it basically probably tells you how to use the e-reader. And every pack comes with one of those. Interesting. There you guys go. Look at that. Isn't this kind of neat? Now, I know not everybody here is going to be as like interested in this because some of you just didn't grow up with the GameCube and stuff, and that's fine. But I was hoping that there would be some of y'all here for Retro Crossing this morning that would really appreciate this. And I've been really waiting for a chance to bust this out for y'all. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. Now, after I talked to the person who sent it to me, we might do some giveaways. We might do that classic thing on Twitch and YouTube called breaks, where I rip the pack, but I give it away. So you win a giveaway for a pack, right? And then we give the pack away and I mail it to you. Giggity's coming in with 10 gifted subs. What are you doing, dude? Thank you, man. Holy heck. That's 10 more people with HDes Browse. If you just got a gifted sub, we demand you to use HDes Browse in the chat. If you got a gifted sub from Giggity's, we demand it. So I'm thinking, I don't exactly know what I'm doing with these packs. I'm just gonna have some fun. But we might do a couple breaks with them. I'm thinking we might maybe give away some of the cards as well, just for funsies. And again, we could do it break format, where we still get to open it live on stream, but then I mail all the contents to you, including the wrapper. And you can just have this little memento from the stream, even if you don't own a GameCube. You know what I mean? Even if you like don't own a GameCube and you have no use for it, it could be like a cool little showpiece.
Smiley face.
You know, you could tell somebody like you have Animal Crossing merch from 2001, Japanese only, like it feels exclusive. Thank you, Alt075, for 58 months. Right, so this is cool, man. I think we're gonna do some fun stuff. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I will tell you that Giggity's gifting 10 subs tells me we gotta rip another one. We gotta rip another one. This one goes out to Sir Gigs himself. But we gotta rip another one. Obviously, we gotta rip another one, dude. Like, if Gigs is out here dropping love. Villager number 1. Yo, this is the card that I have. Dude, this is the card that I have, but it's the American version. But it wasn't working. I'll have to find it and show you all. It's Rossetti and Don. It's a combo card. There's combo cards out there. And red. Wow, look at that. The lineup, the combo cards. Rossetti and Don. Look at that. We got red. Wait, we got our first double already. Shut up. Scumbag. I wonder how many total cards are in the set. Double. First double already locking in. Ooh, Cookie. Cookie shows her face. All right. And last but not least, I can see the back of the card, so I know who it is. A Vladimir. Which is honestly a pretty cool card to get. Vladimir is one of those, I almost said Pokemon, one of those villagers that you forget exist until you see him. He's one of those villagers that you forget exist in the game until you see him. And you're like, oh yeah, Vladimir. All right, and just because I want to keep my box even on the left and the right side, I think we'll do one more here before we get back to some gameplay, shall we? Let's do another here. Let's keep things even in house. Up, we have a double. We have a double on the back. We have a double on the back here. So it's our elephant returns. But let's see what else the pack looks like. Let's see. Wait. It's a high school photo of mine. I was real depressed. Wait a second. It's a villager. Rachie? Olive. Oh, dude. Olive is so cute. Look. Aw. Oh. Okay. Derwin. He's in my village, dude.
I'm Darwin.
Aw, I believe this is not Sydney. I think Sydney's the purple one. So this is Yuka. Yuka. And then we have a double. Our second elephant, Ellie, coming back again. Sorry, Louise. Our double there. Yeah, man, I thought y'all might enjoy this. I just want to shout out. So this was actually a gift from the babe. I just want to shout out the babe. They were super, super chill. It was super cool. They saw the opportunity to snag this up. I don't think they paid terribly a lot for it, which is why we ripped it open in front of you. And you know what I mean? Like, not that I am a collector. I would have ripped it open regardless. But like, yeah, it's not like they paid an arm and a leg or anything for it. I'm pretty sure they just saw an opportunity for a pretty good deal. It's not like these are really sought after outside of collectors in the first place. And maybe this series is just overproduced or something. I'm not sure. I don't think it was like a crazy expensive thing. It was more of just a super cool snag. And it's been sitting in my house for weeks, months. Just sitting in a box in my house, and I've been kind of waiting for an opportunity to like sit down with y'all and show it off and talk about it. And I was also trying to figure out like what exactly am I going to do with it? And well, the obvious answer is rip some packs on stream with y'all. Right? That's the obvious answer. Rip some packs on stream. And then from there, maybe figure out if we want to, like I said, maybe do some fun giveaways or something. So I can tell you right now, I think what's going to happen with these for anybody who's interested is we will likely give away some of these right here on stream on January 15th during the 24-hour stream. That's the one thing I'm almost sure of, which is what I was saving it for in the first place. So that's why I said today's more of a reveal, because what I'm revealing is that I think this will be a part of the festivities for the release of Animal Crossing 3.0 this January, our 24-hour stream. It hasn't been officially announced, but it has been soft launched. January 15th, 24 hours of content. And we're going to do some giveaways. We might do some scuffed eats during the episode and have just a good time all day long. I'll have a schedule out, hopefully, so you can make it to the segments you want to make it to for the day, but it'll likely just be come on by when you can. You're not expected to be there all day. And I think we'll be doing some giveaways. And I think that it might be a good opportunity to maybe do a couple giveaways. Like I said, maybe we'll do the break We'll do break style maybe, where I get to still rip it on stream for the fun of it, but then you get to keep the pack, whatever the contents are. Or we could just give away the unopened packs as well. Like whatever. I'll figure out the logistics. I still have plenty of time before I have to think that hard about it. But yeah, I thought this would be a fun little thing for us to do here. Excuse me while I turn everything back on. I haven't quite figured out a way. I haven't quite set up a way to make this not look so messy. So just give me a second, dude. Just give me a second. This is all new and I haven't taken the time to set this up yet. All right, sick. All right, let's jump back over and let's get back to some ACGC. Exactly. I'll probably let the winners choose. Exactly. Like that'll probably be the best way. Is you'll win the giveaway and then I'll ask you, and I've done this in the past, do you want me to rip your pack now or not? If you say no, we'll mail you the pack. If you say yes, we'll rip it. We'll give you the wrapping paper as well as all the contents in a quick letter. And the reason that this giveaway is super chill is because I don't have to pay anything for shipping, because I can fit a packet of Amiibo cards in an envelope and I can mail the envelope in regular mail. So that's actually what makes these types of giveaways so fun for me, because they don't involve packages. It's simply just envelope, your information, it's mailed. No matter where you live, no matter where in the world, we can just ship it to you, because it's so much simpler when it's over regular mail, right? So that I'm actually excited to do these giveaways because it's not going to take a lot of extra out of stream work. You know, packages and stuff can be a lot, especially for a guy who doesn't drive right now, unfortunately. So yeah, you just pay for the stamp and you move on. Exactly. Thanks for Scuffed Eats stream. I hope everything came out all right. It did, yeah. Exclamation point Scuffed. Here, we'll go ahead and we'll pull up the results for you, the finale on stream here real quick. Did many other games use the e-reader? The e-reader wasn't used by a ton of games, unfortunately, but it was used a bunch for the Game Boy Advance. For, like I said, you could actually scan an e-reader card that had games on it, and you could play a game on your Game Boy Advance. It was really interesting technology. So here it is. Without further ado, I present to you Scuffed Eats Thanksgiving. And there it is. Look at this. Everything here. Mashed potatoes, deviled eggs, homemade stuffing, French onion straw casserole with green beans. And we said it that way because we accidentally put too many onion straws in our green beans and we messed up the ratio. So it wasn't green bean casserole, it was French onion straw casserole with some green beans. Candied yams, whole turkey, and we have some classic Ocean Spray cranberry sauce, all drenched in homemade gravy from scratch. And not only did we do the gravy from the drippings from scratch, butter, you know, classic, also the stuffing was made with turkey neck stock, because we took the turkey neck out at the beginning and we reduced it into a stock for the whole cooking process of the turkey. And we took that stock and we used it to make the stuffing, which turned out so good flavor wise. We did the gravy right. That's the one thing we did for sure right. The stuffing was made with a turkey neck stock made directly from
the
turkey. I didn't think I said it.
Everything here is jam-packed with flavor. Everything here, we've been tasting the whole day. Jam-packed with flavor, dude. Look at that.
Because we were tasting as we went.
Look at that.
And then if you go watch the VOD after this, I actually taste every dish and I give it an individual grade, because I like to do grades for my show. And then we talk about the whole dish and how it came together. So there's a little bit more after that. But yeah, there it is. There's my Scuffed Eats Thanksgiving. A very scuffed Thanksgiving. Turned out real good this year. And comparatively a lot better than I think last year. But, you know, comparing doesn't really matter, because every year is going to be special and unique, because we do a live show and it's all improv. You know, it's all right in your face. It just it happens the way it happens. You know, I don't script it. It's not like it's planned or anything. So not jealous about all the food you made yesterday, or I'm just lying and I'm jealous. What's up, Strayheart? Yeah, it was seriously so much fun. Thank you everyone again who tuned in for Scuffed. And thanks for saying that, Tina. I got some e-reader Pokemon cards. I never figured out what to do with them. Yeah, there's some Pokemon ones as well. There you go, Pyro Chick. So yeah, like I said, I have an e-reader and we're going to be testing out these e-reader cards live on stream, and it'll also help me figure out if my e-reader works. And then the only thing that I'm worried about, which I'm actually about to just Google right now, because this might just instantly stop me in my tracks. Can I use Japanese e-reader cards in USA? I guess, because dang it, they are region locked. Dang it. So I would have to get a Japanese e-reader. Now, what if I have a Japanese e-reader and that's why my other e-reader card didn't work? But stay tuned though, because there's actually a hack here, and this is something I've been So there is technology out there where you can use an e-reader with an emulator. Which means that we can actually scan e-reader cards into Animal Crossing Deluxe Edition. And there's even a database out there that just has all the files. And we could like still play with the cards if we want. So my point is I have backup upon backup plans because I figured it was region locked. So we have backup plans. And the Japanese cards will be more novelty than anything else, unless we find ourselves a Japanese e-reader, which would be kind of cool. I would, but I bet you mad expensive. Yeah, well, we have the technology. Can we all choose to come to your house next year? I'm serious, man. I want to do Thanksgiving dinner on stream. My husband likes to watch your streams, but he really loves the Scuffed Eats episodes. Dude, that makes me super happy. We got everything. We got a little something for the whole household. You know, waking up with our villagers, our silly voices and stuff, maybe for the supervised kids hanging out while you work from home. We got the Scuffed Eats and offbeat variety content like Diablo 2 for the what? Okay, we can buy more. For those that are, you know, not the faint of heart. You know, the smelly hubbies, the stinky wifeys who like a little bit more hardcore content. Then we got the Animal Crossing and the cozy content as well. We got it all on the show, man. Dude, I would really love to host Thanksgiving. Like, to the point to where I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about, like, I've been thinking about this ever since yesterday. I sound crazy, but I'm like, I might try to rent out a banquet hall next year and see if I can figure out how to set up my stream from a banquet hall and then just like invite people to my stream. It's really not that expensive to rent out a hall for a couple hours. Bum, bum, bum. The Great HGG Feast. I just saw a Japanese e-reader on eBay for 18 bucks. No way. Really? So then the question from there would be, would I be able to use a Japanese e-reader with an American copy of Animal Crossing GameCube? That's the second question. Because would there be a region lock problem because of that? And then if so, that means that I need to get myself a copy of Japanese Animal Crossing. I'll do my own research over time, but you know, it's fun to think about. You could sell tickets to help with the cost. True, I guess if I'm not cooking for just one guy, it could get a little expensive for sure. I'm just gonna store everything for now, and then we'll sort it later. You're gonna need assistant chefs. This is close to me, but somehow 6.5 hours from me. Yeah. Just the eggs for deviled eggs. Are you saying because of egg prices? Is that what you're saying? Have the mods come over to prep. All right, listen, I love my mods, but I'm never going to make them prep food for me. They are way too hard. I couldn't do that to them. I could not do that to them. I could not ask them to do anything, but just, they've already done enough. I could not ask them to come and prep food. They get to just lounge. They just get to lounge. Bum 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 bum. Hope, I mean, I help. I'll help. Knowing your mods, they won't give you a choice. I mean, true. Cozy. VIPs do prep work. Very important prepper. What's up, Didius Maximus? Yeah, heck yeah, smoked paprika. I only had regular paprika this year, but I like smoked. I like Hungarian as well. Yeah, there's like paprika, Hungarian paprika, smoked paprika. There's like 5 different versions that I know of, I swear. And I guess if they label it specifically smoked, it's just smokier. I guess. Super tired as I recover from the insanity of that is Stranger Things season 5. I've only seen episode 1. Taking my time. Been a little busy. I can't. Even if I wanted to, I could only have fit 1 or 2 episodes in yesterday. Like even if I wanted to, yeah. So it's like I'm just kind of watching one at a time. Now I'm taking tomorrow off, and I might actually get a chance to sit down and binge tomorrow. Boom, 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 boom. We binged everything from like 6 p.m. till 1 in the morning. That's so funny. Me and my partner, we don't ever do that. We're both the kind of people that love being up in the morning and hate staying up past our bedtime. So that's funny that you say that, because like I think the latest that my partner and I have stayed up for any reason at all was like maybe 11. Like barring some situation that I'm not remembering, like 11 p.m. was like a late night for us. We were just like, okay, we're done. We're tanked. Yeah, like maybe there's something I'm not remembering, but like, nah, we're just not those types of people. We don't stay up late ever. Now that's like when we're together. I have late nights here on my own every once in a while, especially on my days off. I'll stay up on my days off all the time, but I'm also degenerate. And if I'm really into a game if I'm like really into a game, I will just sit there and play that game with no regards for tomorrow me, with no regards to anything I have to do the next day. I will just sit there and game. I didn't save much leftovers from yesterday since we leave for a week on vacation after my work shift today, but I got ham and sweet potato casserole for lunch. Nice. I assume the lady wakes up early when you are together to make you breakfast in bed. We both share breakfast duties. Breakfast duties. But I relish in the opportunity to cook for them, so. But no, we are get out of bed types of people. So there is no breakfast in bed in our house. We get out of bed and start doing stuff. We're doers in the morning. We'll lounge in bed for like a little while, and then it's like we're up and at 'em. We're up and at 'em, dude. We're up. We're doing stuff. Again, because like we're just early birds, you know. I can't speak fully for them, obviously, but I know I can, you know, just because that's their business. But I'm an early bird. Like even on my days off, chat, like when I go on vacation and stuff, all right, when I go like out on vacation and take some days off, y'all realize that I'm up every day at like 7 in the morning. Like my days off, I'm up sometimes like earlier than my stream days. Yeah, like that, like that's the kind of life that I'd be living out there. On my days off, I'm usually up by 8 o'clock no matter what. 6:30, 7 in the morning. We're those types of people. We're freaks. Freaky morning people. Your day off streams amuse me to no end for that. Yeah, I'm just like up anyways. What's up, Frank? Good morning. And we'll occasionally sleep in, you know. But anyways, I brought that up because that's so funny to me. Staying up until 1 in the morning watching Stranger Things is so chill. Yeah, like the night the first episode came out, we watched one episode and it was like already like 9 something, and they had off work but I didn't, and it was right before Thanksgiving. So we watched that one episode and it was like, yeah, we're done. And then last night it was like, let's just go to bed. I went to bed at 8:20. I didn't really actually get to sleep for a while, but I started preparing for bed at 8:20 last night. In my household, making a hearty breakfast is my responsibility, and that's fair, you know. Every household's gonna handle things differently. I'd like to say that it's my responsibility, but that's by like choice, as is for you, I imagine. So I don't think about it like a responsibility because I just like cooking. I just enjoy cooking, you know. Dun, 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 dun. I learned mornings were simply the best time when I stream full time. Well, I mean, for what you were doing, but truthfully, the reason mornings were a good time for you when you were streaming was because of the community that I had already established as morning. The truth is that there are the actual better times to stream are when there are more viewers on the platform, which would be prime time for probably like Eastern America all the way to like Pacific. And then if you're specifically trying to tap into the UK audience, then prime time for you would be 6 between 8 p.m. But fun fact, mornings are actually the least viewership on the platform and will provide you the least exposure on the platform. But mornings also have less competition for big streamers, but I don't compete with big streamers. So that doesn't matter. And you wouldn't have either. Because they're just in a completely different league. So in all reality, mornings really were only the vibe in that era for you because, I mean, look at man, Hyro Gaming Group was established at 6 in the morning, which is like literally in the middle of UK mornings still, right? And like Aussies as well, right? I streamed at 6 in the morning, which was bedtime and nighttime for Australians. So yeah, like to be clear, like everybody's stream journey is going to be different, and I wouldn't put mornings on a pedestal. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I wouldn't put mornings on a pedestal as a creator. That's not quite how that works. In fact, I would encourage most up and coming creators to stream during times where more people are using the platform, because then you have more of a chance to see and get exposure. But again, you know, you go off of what works specifically for your journey and what works for your stream. Everybody's journey is going to be different, you know? What's a gaming achievement you can think of that was hard for you to do? Stardew Valley, 100%. Stardew Valley, 100%. That's one of my favorite gaming achievements. That's an easy one. Stream one. Well, we were talking about, to give you context, so Slippery Slope here used to create content, and they commented that morning streams felt like the best time for them to create content. And I was reminiscing and like, yeah, that makes sense because you built your community alongside mine. I found my success in the morning, and anybody around me who follows a similar path to mine is going to find success. I'm not trying to put myself on any kind of pedestal or anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm literally just speaking facts. You know, if you are a part of the Hyro Gaming network and you streamed similar content or in and around my broadcast time, you're naturally going to be recommended, because that's how the Twitch recommendation system works. It's like once they see viewers cross-pollinate, then they recommend more and more cross-pollination. If they see you as a creator watch this streamer, then they start to see intermingling, and then they recommend. And it's like a ripple effect. It's like, okay, well, this guy's playing Animal Crossing, this guy's playing Animal Crossing. Both of these people have a couple viewers that cross-pollinate. Let's recommend more. Then cross-pollination continues, and then it ripples, and then it ripples, then it ripples, then it ripples. And that is literally the foundation of Twitch and how Twitch works. So anyways, the point, so I was kind of sharing my thoughts and reminiscing on this old era of when Slippy Slope used to stream, and like, this is way back in the day. It's like 2020. And then I mentioned, but the truth is that really only happened because of the ripple effect. In all reality, if you go look at the platform as a whole, like let's just type it in Google. What time of day is Twitch most active with viewers? And the super quick short of it is 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. You see it? And that's what I was talking about. Technically, 11 p.m. to 7 p.m., which is prime time television time. This has been prime time since before streaming was a thing, before the internet. Prime time is when people sit down to relax and get entertained. So like, if just to make sure we're putting facts out there, technically, if you wanted to grow, you would want to put yourself in a time slot that had the most exposure, depending on your content and depending on what you're trying to accomplish, right? So for example, I built my stream in the morning because I had to work through the day. So what I did is I did content that was good for the morning. Calm, relaxing, help you get through your workday content. Because I was in the morning. At nighttime, you could maybe get away with doing more entertaining content, maybe more energetic. Maybe there's more stuff going on because your show is entertaining people who are relaxing at home. They're not at work anymore. right? That's why my night streams over the years were games that were maybe a little bit more focused for a group of people that want to come and hang out with me. Yeah, you'll notice that's why I do most of my multiplayer content at nighttime, because at nighttime is when people want to come and game with me. At nighttime is when people want to watch, games with stories and they can pay attention to your stream, because during the day, people can't pay attention to me. A lot of y'all are here probably hanging out on your second monitor, right? Now, today's a bad example because of the holiday, but how many of you in the chat with the show of emotes watch my show as a side alongside work, gaming, something? So you're not fully paying attention to my show. At that point, it's background noise. So I wouldn't want to do content that requires your attention during the day when I'm just background noise. Does that make sense? If the majority of people watching me during the day are using me as background noise, then why would I do content that requires a ton of your attention? Whereas at nighttime, you maybe would lean into doing content that requires more chat engagement, that try to encourage people to really pay attention to everything you're doing and saying on the screen, or gaming with you, multiplayer content. You see what I mean? So I was able to make the morning time slot work because of my style of content. But in all reality, mornings aren't the most ideal time if you're looking to grow, because it depends on the kind of content you're doing. But if you want to talk from just a general thing, your local time between 4 p.m. and 11 p.m. is when you catch the most viewers online. This is circa 2025. I'm looking at a graph right now. The peak viewership is 4 p.m. to 11, your local time. So ideally, you would be in front of more people and you would grow at a more rapid rate if you were to consider that time slot, right? So that's what we're kind of yapping about, and that's what we were talking about. So, you don't just want to choose your time slot and just say, this is the one that seems to make more sense. I saw another streamer do it. It should work for me. Well, not exactly. And again, to go back to Slope, I don't want to call Slope out, but one of the reasons why Slope's stream back in the day worked in the morning was likely because of the style of content he was doing. He was doing Animal Crossing alongside me, who had done Animal Crossing and already built an established audience for this game. He has a nice calming voice. He was doing coworker content. So it worked really well during that era for him, because that's what it was, coworker content, right? It was in the morning, it was calm, it was relaxing, right? He would do Breath of the Wild as well. Calm, relaxing, it was chill, bingo, Breath of the Wild, stuff like that. So yeah, it's like for the mornings worked for you, but it might not work for everyone, I get chicken breast and I thinned it by cutting it in half. How long do you want to cook it per side? Well, what about the thickness though? So technically what you're trying to do, you might want to put some plastic wrap over it, and you might want to beat it with a hammer real quick. Or you might want to take a fork and cut a bunch of individual holes in it. Like take a fork and just kind of jab it a bunch. Because what this does is it loosens up the proteins, and it kind of separates the proteins a bit, and it makes it faster and easier to cook. So consider that, because just because you cut it in, now if you cut it horizontally, then you're doing it right. I just want to make sure you weren't just like cutting it in half, but you were slicing it down the middle. Now, either way, just to make sure you understood that, from there, we're talking a really fast cook. It's going to be really fast. And what I actually encourage you do is I actually encourage you to bake it. So put it in a decently hot pan and cook on both sides of it real quick. And get both sides to kind of be seared a little bit. So like here, I'll just give you the example. So step 1, put your chicken in a hot pan. It's well seasoned. And you're going to cook that side for maybe a minute. Not even 30 seconds to a minute, depending on the heat. Medium to high heat. Then you're going to get some good color on it, and you're going to flip it, and you're actually going to throw it in the oven and bake it at 300 for another maybe 5 minutes. This way, you're getting some good color on it, but then you're also baking it, which is a little bit of a smoother cooking process. Ideally, though, your goal with chicken is you don't want to dry it out, so you could do it all in the pan on top of the stove as well, if you do not have to bake it. And if you want an answer for that, I would say, depending on the thinness, I have cooked a piece of chicken in a minute and a half on the stove, and about medium to high heat. A minute and a half, 45 seconds both sides. I'm not joking. Depends on how hot your stove is. So if you want to be safe and you don't have a temp stick, then maybe do about a minute and a half each side, 3 minutes total. Done. And that would be stovetop chicken. So very short. Keep it light. Keep it light. You're not trying to take all the moisture out of the meat. And if you have a temp stick, then just try to temp it. It's hard when it's thin, but 160 plus is what you want. 165. Uncle Josh is always on the TV keeping us company. Dude, I hope your exam went well yesterday. Yeah, hopefully that helps, Blood Raven. Hopefully that helps. Chicken's a little bit weird, but the whole thing is that here, hold on a second. Bum. Let's see if I can find this guy. Hold on. I'm actually maybe just going to share you a video real quick, but if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. So this guy right here does a really good job explaining how to cook chicken.
It's also one of the easiest to mess up. It can be dry, bland, it can have a weird woody texture sometimes, or maybe you just make it the same way over and over and it gets boring. Well, in this video, I'm going to cover the 5 common mistakes that most people make, but from a food science perspective, because each of these mistakes build on the last one. So by the end of this video, you'll understand not just what to do differently, but more importantly, why these changes work and how to make chicken breast that's juicy and flavorful every time. Each of these mistakes build on.
This is the main mistakes you make. First off, buying own chicken, not using enough salt, not using spices, cooking thick chicken breast, which you solved, and then always cooking to a high temp, which ignore the top one because in America, you'd rather be safe than sorry. Whereas this guy is speaking truth that we do generally overcook our chicken, but I don't really trust American chicken. So I always cook to 165 because we ain't in a place that cares about our health. So that being said, he talks about in this video, and I don't know where he talks about this. He talks about the process of you either want high temperature cooking fast, or if you want to try low temperature cooking slow. And he goes into that. And that's why I wanted to share the video, because I think he has a super good insight on the different ways to cook chicken.
To 165 degrees Fahrenheit. But the question, at that temperature, you get an instant 7-log reduction of exactly how this works, where you can see 155 degrees is safe in about 45 seconds, 160 for around 14. You can hold chicken at a little bit of a lower degree and get the same lethality for much more juiciness.
Yeah, and like he's basically breaking down why, even though the rule of thumb is 165, actually that's mostly for like commercial kitchens and stuff, is what he's saying here. That's like mostly for commercial kitchens, because really at home you can go less, but commercial kitchens always have to follow a certain rule because you're cooking for thousands of people a day.
Since there's more surface area and thus every bite will be evenly seasoned, you also create more surface area for the Maillard reaction, which is the browning that adds tons of new aromas. And maybe the biggest benefit of all from a lifestyle perspective is that it simply just cooks faster. And to show you how much of a difference this makes, I put this through a quick test.
This is really interesting.
Temperature graphs that will explain how this works. To test this, I took 2 identical chicken breasts, each weighing 310 grams. One I left thick and bulbous straight from the package, the other I flattened out with a knife. Then I placed in probes from a ThermalWorks RFX, which has 4 sensors tracking the temperature over time into each, then cooked them both to 165 degrees Fahrenheit internal into the very center. And here's what happened. The thin breast cooked in just 7 minutes and 45 seconds and finished at 268 grams. The thick breast, on the other hand, took a whopping 22 minutes and finished at 239 grams.
So I guess I was wrong, maybe closer to 5 to 7 minutes. You know, it's hard to give you a good answer, Blood Raven, when I'm a muscle memory based guy. So maybe you are looking for closer to 5 minutes for cooking on the stove at probably like a medium heat. But like, look at this. Look at this. So look how long it took. 22 minutes to cook a piece of chicken that wasn't cut in half and that wasn't tenderized. 22 minutes versus 7. So why do you think, class is in session, H does notes, why do you think that that's a problem? Why do you think it's a problem to have a piece of chicken that cooks for 22 minutes?
Now, both of these chicken breasts were technically cooked to 165 degrees in the very center, but that is only in the very center, and this is where the problem lies. Most people aim for 165 degrees in the center, but with a thick breast, that means the outer layers are much hotter than 165 degrees.
So you're basically overcooking all of the meat outside of the center. So the center is nice and juicy, but what about all of the outside of the meat? And this is why cook time matters, because then, so now you're probably asking, well, then what about people who like bake chicken? Like if I'm cooking chicken in an oven at low and slow, right? Does anybody cook low and slow in the house? I love a good low and slow baked chicken. I grew up eating baked chicken. You're asking, well, then is low and slow bad? No. Because again, what matters is the thinness, because you're still low and slow is fine if that's what you want to do. And he talks about that in this video. And that's why I wanted to share it, because there is different schools of thought on if you're going to be doing low and slow or if you're going to cook on the stove.
By the time that center finally gets there. And you can see this in the temperature data. The sensors clearly show this separation because they are measuring outside the very center. And as a chicken breast cooks, the proteins tighten up, squeezing out that free water, which then evaporates. And the hotter the meat gets, the drier it becomes over time. And simply thinning out the breast shows that those sensors reach 165 degrees, all at roughly the same time. And I know this kind of seems simple, but really from a food science perspective, this is probably one of the most game-changing things that you can do at home, and it instantly will help you make better chicken. Also, as another bonus, you can thin out a breast before you freeze them, which helps them thaw fast.
That's cool. Yeah, thinning before freezing is cool. Yeah, I haven't seen the video in a while, so I don't know exactly, but I swear at one point in this video, he does talk about baking versus cooking on top of the stove. And hopefully you can find it if you do watch the video. And he actually addresses the idea of like the bake versus the stovetop. But really, all you need to pull away from this is understanding that if you're going to do low and slow in the oven, you just need to make sure it's thin.
One of the issues that people run into when they try to cook chicken breast on stainless steel is that it tends to stick. But this can be solved if you've ever wondered why chicken tastes better in a restaurant or from a takeout place than at home. It could be the spices, but the underlying issue that you should check on first is how much salt you're using.
And this is why, man, I tell y'all, if you think you're using too much salt, use more. That's the rule of thumb. If you are salting your chicken and you're thinking to yourself, man, am I putting too much salt on this? The answer is no, and then you should put another handful as well. Yeah, the answer is no, and you should probably add even more. Because like we can't stress enough how important it is to fully season your meat. I always ask myself this question, even after doing it. Infinite salt glitch. Yeah. Infinite salt glitch. All right, let's go put this stuff in the house. Salt. Homer Simpson voice. Anyways, I know that was a random side note, but I just felt like watching that video because I think that dude's really cool and I wanted to share some knowledge with y'all. Yeah, I've watched a couple of his videos. He's the one who did the video on eggs that I talked about on stream, where he did the science on if buying expensive eggs actually makes better quality eggs. And I told y'all the answer was no. And some people didn't even believe it. They were like, no way. Like, no. In fact, there's not really any, he broke it down like on the molecule level. And like, it's like, there's not enough of a difference when it comes to nutrition to justify expensive eggs for just a nutritional reason. If you're buying $12 cartons of eggs because you think you're getting healthier eggs, technically you are, but it's such a minute amount of extra health that it really doesn't matter. So really the reasons why you should be buying more expensive eggs are ethical reasons. The reasons that you should be buying more expensive eggs are because you like that they're taken care of, moral reasons. They're taken care of better. They're more healthily taken care of. And in turn, the eggs could maybe taste better because of that, I guess. And the yolks of the eggs are fresher looking. And if you care about presentation, then that could really be a big part of why you buy more expensive eggs. If you want your eggs to look better, if you want the yolk to be more vibrant. But if you're buying more expensive eggs because you think you're eating healthier eggs, that's actually false. And he proves this with science. And you can go do your own science, or it's not like he's out here with doing a lab test, but he was getting close. He was like measuring the vitamins and nutrients in the eggs. So it really just comes down to like texture and presentation more than nutrition, which I don't know about y'all, but texture and presentation kind of matters to me. And I'd much rather have eggs that are textured better and that, are like the whites are less runny, and because like the whites on the egg will be less runny, so on and so forth. So like for me personally, I still find justification for getting more expensive eggs. I do. I like they just it feels like I'm getting a better product. And morally, I hope that they're not lying to me and they're saying that the chicken is better taken care of and it's living a better life. And I love that, I ordered over medium instead of over hard for my eggs and found out that I don't mind a little runny for the egg, just not over easy. For me, I agree. I can handle over medium if the whites aren't terribly runny. I can handle over medium, but I actually order over hard from restaurants nowadays because I just don't trust restaurants to handle my eggs properly anymore. I've like given up. So I just order over hard now. Just give me some fried eggs, dude. I don't trust you to do it right. I'm sorry. Or I'll just go with the classic scrambled, which is like super easy. Right, yeah, exactly. I'll go with a classic scrambled or something. Can anyone help me with some flower seeds that I need in ACNH? I can join the Discord if the question is better asked there. So I do encourage you to join the Discord because we do have a little Animal Crossing community. But you're always welcome to ask in chat.
7 months in, 4 to go. H day love too.
Yeah, you're always welcome to ask in chat, dude. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Thanks for asking. You have to let us know what flower seeds you're looking for. Maybe somebody can help you out. I might even be able to help you out myself. But yeah, the Discord's definitely going to be better. Just because not everyone here is gaming right now. Dude, these grab bags are sick. I almost bought them all. I almost bought all the grab bags. The fact that there was a time where we couldn't change our shoes in Animal Crossing, yep. Or our pants. Or our hat. Your hat only changed with the shirt that you put on. What a time to be alive, right? Dang it, I almost have enough for all of the last 3 bags. I'm buying all of them. Oh, that's cool, Atomic. I didn't know that. I make a mean scrambled egg. I got my recipe from Alton Brown. Oh yeah, by the way, I watched Alton Brown's new show on YouTube last night. It was good. It was good. It had that same exact Alton Brown flavor, which I've come to love him for. And the production was super good. The editing was super good. We're in this era in life where YouTube content is becoming TV quality level of production. And like, it was like a really, really well produced show. And it's just like, it might as well have been on television. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that well produced. I would argue YouTube is where all the quality content is being made. Sure. I think there's still some quality movies and stuff being made every once in a while, and TV shows and stuff, but I still think the sentiment of what you're saying stands. Like, overall, like the bulk, the majority. For educational, especially, right? PBS is trying. You know, public media is trying. I watch PBS's YouTube channel, though, so I don't need their TV. To that point, I've converted to just watching PBS on YouTube because they put out great content. Like, I just watched a whole thing about the truth about Thanksgiving and where it came from and like the roots of it and like spreading the actual knowledge around where Thanksgiving came from. And that was a PBS YouTube channel. It was like, sweet. Like, this is great. So to that point, touche. Yo, what up, Chio? Thank you for 19, man. Welcome to the show, Chio. I haven't heard Alton Brown's name in years. Dad and I would watch Good Eats all the time. Yo, XCat, if you look up Alton Brown on YouTube, he just started a new series of like, it's similar to like his older show. And you can check it out if you want to watch some more. It's fun. It's fun. I like it, and I'm looking forward to watching more episodes. My favorite part about it was that it was only 15 minutes long. 15 minutes long. So you got it was just bite-sized. It was good content. Community game night. Does that mean you play with viewers? That's right. Tonight here in just about 4.5 hours, we're going to be playing Mario Kart World with the community. And then we are also going to be potentially playing some Kirby Air Riders. I'm just going to focus on Mario Kart World, and if I'm feeling up to it as the night goes on, we'll game switch. Ooh, some buttermilk Eggos. I've got DVD of season 1 of Good Eats somewhere. Oh, what a gem. I need to shake off the dust. I'm dusting out here. I'm hoping I shake it out over the track tonight. I work tonight. I'm sorry to hear that. We'll do some more game nights in the future, though. Yeah, Good Eats was the best cooking show because of the science. Good Eats was the best cooking show because it was scientific. That's crazy, Cozy. No way. I didn't. What? That's so cool. All right. Let's go ahead and bum 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Uh, 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 mm. Doom, doo, 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 doo. Doo, 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 doo. Let's go visit. I usually never think this hard about it. Bum, 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 bum. Dude, I can't believe Barb's playing Kingdom Hearts. What the heck, dude? Love seeing everyone's food pics yesterday. It was fun, dude. Going through the Discord food while eating my food so that I wasn't getting hungry because I had food in front of me to eat was probably the best way to ever look at food pics. In fact, I want to look at food pics while having a plate of food in front of me again next time because that was just such a treat. All right, let's see here. Let's take a risk this morning. Are y'all down to take a risk this morning? Let's go take a risk and let's go and visit this person playing Animal Crossing that I've never met before. Yeah, let's go visit this person who's playing Animal Crossing that I've never met before. All right, we're going to get out of here. We're not going to do a long outro today. We're just going to wrap it up here. Thank you everyone for coming out, man. I'll be back later. A little bit of an untraditional outro today. But if you enjoyed the show, please hit that follow button. If you're over on YouTube, please consider subscribing, liking, all that stuff. Y'all have been killing it. We're going to be back later tonight for some Mario Kart. I'm going to go chill out because I'm a little tired. That's really it. I'm like not all the way feeling well, but like I didn't want to say that because I don't want people to worry about me. I think I'm just like tired. I'm gonna go chill out. I'll be back here in a couple hours for some Mario Kart World for the night stream. Thanks for hanging out for Retro Crossing. We'll be back tomorrow morning for those that can't make it tonight. Sorry, I'll be back Sunday morning with some Happy Home Paradise designing, I believe. So Sunday, Animal Crossing New Horizons for another episode of AC Mornings. That'll be the next morning show. So I will not be here tomorrow morning, but I will be here in just a couple hours for the night stream. So again, one more time, if I don't see you here tonight, have a wonderful Saturday. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I'll see y'all on Sunday. All right. And then we'll be back tonight for Mario Kart. And I think we're going to go visit this. They're ending their stream. I spent all that time looking for this person. Whatever. Nah, we're just gonna wrap it. No raid. We're fading. I'll be back in a couple hours. Thank you everyone for coming out. Beautiful show. Beautiful morning. Lots of yaps. Felt like a Monday in here. That's the third day this week that felt like a Monday. Is this whole week just a Monday? I don't know what's happening, but it was a great episode. Lots of yaps, but a beautiful, beautiful episode of Animal Crossing GameCube. I freaking love this game. Somebody requested recently that we check it out, and I'm so happy we sat down and played some more here today. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate y'all being here. Again, we'll be back in a couple hours. I'll see y'all on the Discord if you want to chat. Check out the socials. You know the deal. You know the spiel. This is Highly in Descent signing off from another wonderful Pyro Gaming Group production. If I don't see y'all here later, I'll see you when I see you, fam. You know the deal. You know the spiel. Until next time, this is Highly in Descent signing off. Peace. Wrap it up and on to the next episode. Peace. Dang. There it is, baby. There it is, baby. Seriously, man, beautiful show. Absolutely beautiful broadcast yesterday as well. It's been a great week of streams. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us here today. I hope you all have a great weekend. Enjoy the extra days off this week. If you're working, try to do your best to enjoy work. For some of us, it don't stop, I know. Enjoy your leftovers. Enjoy some video games. Whatever y'all end up getting into, all right? Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Honored to be part of your daily routines. Certainly honored to have you as a part of mine, fam. But until next time, this is Highly in Descent signing off. Peace. And hit them cat jams, baby. Peace.